everybody. Hello. Just setting everything up 1 second. Hello everybody, good morning, how's it going? Welcome to the Back to Warcraft April finals in May, and I know we just rudely interrupted the Hitman versus the World, and I'm sorry for that, but those games will be casted via replays tomorrow, or maybe if you're really, really lucky and they're still on Flow TV, maybe I'll do them at the end of the stream today, okay? If you guys are really lucky and you're really good, okay? We have 6 players that qualified through the month of April. We have Hawk, we have Soya, we have Mr. Winner, we have Chic, we have Starbuck, we have Chaemiko, and they're playing on new maps. What are the new maps, you might ask? Well, there was the Chaemiko new map tournament or whatever recently, where we got Fading Autumn, Fell Pit, Gloomstalker, Moonstrand 2, Northern Woods, Sunhoof Mesa, and Witch Ruins, all of which are pretty good for new maps. We have a history of, hating on new maps and all that, and we also have a history of having some super whack new maps. I'm thinking way back in like 2015. I'm thinking, Bright and Dark and things like that. These, not really like that. They're pretty solid all around. Obviously, we've been pointing out some issues with them. They've been getting fixed. They got hot fixed, I think, halfway through April. So, yeah, there's been a lot of fun watching the new maps, and that's what today is going to be. Obviously, we're a little bit behind, so we've already started a game 1. I'm not going to waste any time. There's 6 players on the bracket. 1 player is going to win. It's going to be best of 3s all the way into the grand finals and a best of 5. We will do Gamba if we catch up, Don. We're in the past right now because we wanted to watch more Hitman. So, and if you're here for Hitman, don't worry. All the games will be casted either today or tomorrow. So we will see them all eventually. Okay, game number 1 is going to be on Fading Autumn. If you're not familiar with it, we're going to get familiar with it. It's going to be Hawk versus Soya. It's going to be a human versus Night Elf. Here we go. Game 1, we're jumping right into it, and we're going to have games back to back to back to back to back to back the entire day, okay? There's going to be barely any downtime here. We're just going to watch some games. Here we go. In the bottom left of Fading Autumn, here's Mr. Hawk, our human player. Give me one reason to sub. 12 hours of content today, okay? Maybe even longer, Crest. And you know what's going to happen tomorrow? Probably 12 hours more of content. And you know how many minutes of ads you're going to have to watch? Because that's just how Twitch works these days. If you don't have a sub, think about it, man. Think about all your life wasted watching advertisements instead of Warcraft 3. It's a no-brainer over here. Archmage from Hawk in the upper right. Mr. Soya, of course, with the Demon Hunter. After this, we're going to have Chic versus Mr. Winner, and then we'll get into the winners of both of these first matches up against Starbuck, who you guys just saw, versus Hitboy, and Chaemiko. So some really, really good games today on some cool new maps. Thank you, Crest. Appreciate you, as always. So both starting heroes are out. And creeping will begin. Was that a deny off the rip? No, that would look like a deny, but it wasn't. Lightning shield on both sides can, either be a blessing or a curse depending on how you utilize it, but it seems like both players are pretty well versed on these maps. Of course, the reason why this is in May and it's the quote-unquote April finals is because we had another tournament last Sunday, and we said, oh, there's 5 Sundays this month, so we can just skip it last week and do it this week, and then things will continue as normal in May, because we have 4 more Sundays after this, where we'll have 3 more cups, and then the finals of May on the last Sunday of the month, and we will resume back onto the normal maps after today. Hopefully a couple of these will get added in. It'd be weird if all 7 of them made it into the normal rotation, but maybe 1 or 2. You guys can let us know which ones are your favorites. I'm sure the players will be very vocal about what they like and what they don't, and I am almost certain they will say, I don't like any of them, because that's how players function. The Hitman series already happened. There was about 5 of the best of 2s on stream before, and there will be 3 either later today or tomorrow on stream for the Hitman series. Both players, Ring of Protection, both players got 1 camp, but Hawk is level 2 because of the green. And he's straight militia creeping down here with a water elemental, also tech to tier 2, so it is 1 base. Footman being a little bit annoying, defended by the archers, actually killed by the archers. Did get the Demon Hunter level 2. Demon Hunter goes into the main base. Oh no, there's no Arcane Tower. With the Ring of Protection on level 2, could do a lot of damage. Hawk also pressuring the Moonwells in the main. Notice Soya's just trying to force as many militia as he can. Many players, I think, would just face tank the militia, but Soya's trying to buy as much time as he possibly can. I'm surprised he didn't even stay longer, but didn't want to start losing all of his Wisps and Archers and Moonwells, oh my, so gonna TP back. And try to have more of a clean defense as opposed to make the game messy. Did get a double detonate on that Water Elemental. Lost a second Wisp, so keep count now. That's 2 Wisps down. Demon Hunter dealing with the Water Elementals. Hawk does have Dust to chase down these Archers. So far, no kills. And that Wisp will live. A lot of Archers for Soya, 6 of them, which are going to help a ton in this defense. And actually, in one base games, I think Archers will help in general. in Expo games, they might fall off a little bit, but anything where you're sort of sitting at home, having to defend, you know, rifles and towers and stuff like that, I think archers can be really good when you get the range upgrade. Naga coming out of the tavern. There's going to be 2 dead footmen if he were to chase. Hawk actually going for the Firelord. This seems a little crazy, but it's become more and more common on one base. I think Infi was the first one to do it. It seems like Infi was the first one to do everything with human these days. Will the first archer finally die? Can he shadow meld that? We'll never get to find out. Last water elemental for now. Soulburn. Really good on the heroes. Notice, like, Demon Hunter, his lowest roll is -2 damage with Soulburn on him. Second archer goes down. Another footman should die. Could have Soulburn maybe the Naga to stop the cold arrow, but always a hard choice as to how to use that perfectly. Okay, back at home. Double lore coming online. No tier 3 tech just yet, but everything else seems to be in order. Hawk is power building both a Sanctum and a shop. I'm surprised he wants a shop so badly. He's going to have priests soon. But hey, we'll see. Ancient War did pivot over to the mercenary camp. Hitting on him a pretty small map. There is red camps in the corners at some other gold mines, but for the most part, it feels like you can creep this map out pretty quickly. Once the mercs are gone, once this gold mine is gone, you know, there's shops in the center that maybe you fight over, but aside from that, most everything can be crept pretty quick. Level 3 Demon Hunter. Archmage also going to get level 3. Did we get improved bows? Doesn't look like we did ever. What's up, Buckrums? How you doing, man? Yeah, first bear's coming out.
A player's forces are under attack.
First Sork is actually out. Okay, so that's why I wanted the shop so badly, because he wanted to go for the patented Starbuck Sork before Priest. Just gives you a little bit more map control. But because he wants this Sork for the map control, he has to power build the shop and buy a scroll of regen. Is this really the timing? Militia called. We have 4 riflemen. I only see 3 right now. I imagine the 4th is rallying in somewhere. There it is.
A player's forces are under attack.
Soya. Tier 3 in 35 seconds. That's quite a while. Over a minute before we're going to have actual bears on the field. Rejuve is pretty good. Ancient War's doing his job, soaking up damage in the front. Lots of mana on the Archmage and on the Firelord, so plenty of sustain in this fight for Hawk. Shop, unfortunately, pretty out of position. Could he not have built it back here? Maybe not. That's always the issue with new maps, is you don't quite have the most optimized base builds always, which in these sorts of games can make a really big difference. Shop does get up regardless. Ring of the Archmagi, by the way, found earlier. Pretty damn nice. And Hawk's timing just doesn't seem that strong. So he was going to have bears in 30 seconds. And yeah, the only weakness is the shop that's out of position, unfortunately. But he gets an orb. Can he afford a staff? Doesn't have the gold unless he were to sell an item, which both items are pretty good. So he's going to have to live with just having orb. Staff would be really nice. Hawk so far has really just lost peasants. But Soima's only lost archers. Roar now. Bears are going to morph in a second. Hawk should just probably town portal pretty soon here, don't you think? Soulburn on the Demon Hunter. Rejuve on the Demon Hunter. And Hawk is going to TP out. Will he get one bear? Remember, there's no staff to save the bear, so he will actually explode one of them. And gets out. Kills the shop. Kills one bear. Kills a couple archers. Drains the Moonwells. And now it's interesting to ask what the follow-up is here. What's the optimal play? Do you expand? Do you just creep the whole map and bank? Do you break upkeep and go for a push again right away? Those are probably the three options. I mean, if you want to get crazy with it, you could say, do you go tier 3? But probably those three options are what's available to you. Someone gets a Ring of Regen from his expansion and rebuilds the shop for a staff and eventually for a second orb. Which is kind of the nice thing about losing your shop and having to rebuild it. At least the orb is restocked. Firelord will level up. Will he go for Incinerate too? He does. One of my favorite abilities, actually. Heal Scroll, Invul. Hawk has not broken upkeep. Instead invested in items, but with only 49 supply, I don't think... Riflecaster is one of those armies against bears that, like, you can beat a tier 3 army with a tier 2 army in the case of Hawk, but I think you want to be at that sweet spot of like 60 versus 60 or 65 versus 60. Just at the point where the bears become a little bit clunky, and just at the point where the Riflecaster focus fire can really start to actually kill them on time. Sort of deal. Right here, I would favor Soya in this fight. 5 bears and level 4 Demon Hunter. Also worth pointing out, the higher supply you are, the more slow you're going to have available. A couple more Sorks. He's only got 2 right now, one of which go down. And yeah, it just seems like Hawk is not strong enough at all here. He does have Bloodlust on the Firelord, which is interesting. He goes down, but he has an Ankh. But look at the Demon Hunter. You can always tell how well the fight's going by the HP of the Demon Hunter. And he's more or less unperturbed in the back. There is a cloak on the Firelord, but he's taking damage from the Immolation, and a couple of bears die, but getting a little bit worried for Hawk. 40 against 47. Yeah, everything's just going to die here, isn't it? I mean, Incinerate's doing a surprising amount of damage against the bears. But still, Firelord, only 4.2k damage. If you just compare that to the Night Elf's damage, you can really see how this game is going. 11,000 on the Demon Hunter. More than both the human heroes combined. I love these damage numbers. They're one of my favorite things to look at. It's one thing I always miss when I'm watching games without this overlay. Love me some damage numbers. Like, I saw a Firelord a couple of days ago that had claws plus 12, claws plus 8, double slippers, and I think another claws plus 5. And I was like, I wish I could see the damage numbers for this Firelord. Militia called. Surprising amount of militia that he still has after losing them all with the first push. That's 38 supply versus 50. Hawk went for the 1 base, but maybe game 2 he's going to have to switch things up and go for an expansion. It really does depend on the map, though, right? This seems like not a bad fast expo map, but on the other side of the coin, it's a small map, so you could see things like AP all-ins if Hawk does expand greedily. Yeah, that's going to be the end of game 1. Soya holds the Riflecaster. Well played, well played. All right, game number 2 is going to be on Sunhoof Mesa. Sunhoof Mesa. I always forget. It's Mesa, not Mesa. Always good, like, you know, it's not as though Soyma's an underdog or anything. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but he's not, I wouldn't say the favorite in this match. So it's always good when you start the day off with the person who's not the favorite winning the first game. Can we get Gamba? Once we catch up to the games, I will do Gamba. Trust that I will do it as soon as it is ethically reliable. Oh, do we still have Gamba for Hitman vs. Starbuck? Was it single games? It must have been single games, right? Because I can pay that out. I can do that. But yeah, as soon as we can Gamba, we will Gamba, I promise. Let me pay this out for you guys. Prediction. Ah, okay. Oh, that's a cool way of doing Gamba. Yeah, I'm completing it. Guys is here to steal the cheese off the bread. What's up, Kiwi Mango? How you doing, man? Alright, here we go into game 2. Sunhoof Mesa. 1-0 for Soya.
Town is under siege.
Upper left here is Soya with the Demon Hunter with the Immolation. Bottom right here is Hawk. If we just scroll a little bit to the left, we see a Mountain King expanding. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, maybe Demon Hunter's going to get surrounded here. Although surrounding an Immolation Demon Hunter. We'll see if he can fight his way out. Definitely going to take another bolt. But he doesn't want to wait around and risk losing the Demon Hunter despite him maybe being able to kill a footman or two. Also like what Hawk did there. The cool thing about TPing and immolating is that the immolation stays on when you town portal, but you're also invulnerable. So if you just let your units, like you just right click the Demon Hunter and then he goes invulnerable, and you don't touch your units in Hawk's position when it's surrounded, they'll all naturally micro away perfectly like an AI is microing for them, because it is. So the best thing to do when he TPs with immolation is not to try to panic run away your units from the immolation, just let them do their thing. And that's not the ideal thing to do with your Demon Hunter. TP's out, runs straight back in, and he's dead. What's up, Shaker? How you doing? Hey, Siflu. He got back so fast. I hadn't even finished explaining what I was talking about, and the Demon Hunter was already back. But he's setting himself up for some sort of an all-in. Maybe it was a means to an end to lose a level 1 Demon Hunter. He'll come back with full HP.
Player's forces are
He's got
under attack.
Huntresses out of 2 Ancient of Wars, pulling Wisps as well. I kind of respect this from Soya. Lose the Demon Hunter. Do as much damage as you can to the Footman and the Militia. Delay the Great Hall, or delay the Town Hall. Been playing too much Orc recently. And then just all in the guy. Demon Hunter's back. It's only level 1. Didn't feed the Mountain King so much experience as to him being level 3 or anything yet. Oh, the Archer. Putting some damage on some peasants. Now, the Demon Hunter could very well just come back in and get surrounded again, but surely it doesn't happen a third time. Surround me once, shame on you. Surround me twice, shame on you. Huntress is here now. Arcane Tower. Bash. First hit bash into the surround. Absolute Giga Chad Hawk. Demon Hunter, though, is in the main base. Again in the main base. But with Gloves of Haste compared to the Ring, the difference in this game to the last, Demon Hunter's just not that tanky. Ring of Protection does do a hell of a lot. And the Mountain King's level 3 now. Oh, the bash again. Is there a lab he can use? He does bolt. There's the lab. Gonna rebuy dust. There it is. Expansion's up, and this is this timing's becoming more and more difficult. Yo, Habibi Genie. Thank you for the 5 gift subs. How are you doing? Very kind of you. Appreciate that. 70 total in the channel. Thank you so much. Hello. Hello. It's good to see you. Very generous. Good thanks? Hell yeah. Thank you for supporting the channel. Okay, 4 Huntresses and Wisps coming in. And AP's going up. It's a good strat, man. If you're playing Night Elf on ladder and somebody MK expos you, I deplore you to do this strategy. Is that the right word? I don't know. I recommend the strat. It's really good. Even against Archmage, man. Just still do it. Hawk has lots of militia left over. No Stormbolt right now, but Bash is good, and he does land the surround again. And Hawk just trying to kill the Demon Hunter. Like, imagine he didn't kill the Demon Hunter, how much he would lose, but he does get the kill. And loses, what, 1 militia? 2 militia for that? Implore? What did I say? Deplore? Yeah, I think I meant implore. Yeah, you're right. That's why we keep you around, Whittly Watts. You can see, though, if Hawk hadn't killed the Demon Hunter, or, you know, he had surrounded the Demon Hunter and then lost a few militia and it barely gets away, you could see how this could flip the other direction, right? Like, Hawk is just barely killing the DH with every surround and landing the surrounds more or less right away. You could see how it could go very differently. But now there's a tower up. The APs have already been canceled. And I bet the militia... Oh, they're actually not very healthy. I was going to say he probably transferred the gold peasants for the lumber peasants. And has some healthy militia back at home, but it seems he doesn't. Huntress is going to try to sneak their way in. I think this might be a wall. Hard to tell, though. Deny on the Huntress. Nicely done.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bash again. Demon Hunter immolating again. And he just takes so much damage. Detonate to stop any further Stormbolt. And now AP's in the main base. But now you're APing where militia can easily be called. Even if they're low, they're still very valuable for Hawk. Trying to cancel that guard tower if he can. It seems like he'll be able to. It's a little bit out of position for the repair. Clarity is running right now, so there will be a Stormbolt.
Forces are under attack.
Someone's got to be careful with that Demon Hunter. Hawk being so patient. And there's the bolt. Militia called as well. Trying to block the right-hand side with the militia. Slimit does get out alive. But will his APs? Demon Hunter. Luckily doesn't get bashed there. He would have died. Nice little lake on the map. Talk about this? Oh, yeah. It's the little details that matter. Clarity running and bolt on the Demon Hunter, and no more details. We'll save Soima this game. There's APs, but there's a workshop coming up in the back. Tier 2 is done, and if we check Soima's main, Tier 1, no gold, dead Demon Hunter. GG, 1-1. What's up, Swanky Tuna? How you doing? Pretty crazy that Soima caught the expansion early and couldn't do a thing about it. His bread is truly cheeseless. I mean, again, it was just a little bit too much willingness to get his Demon Hunter surrounded. I mean, a little bit of that is good, because then you kill a lot of footmen, you put a lot of damage on them preemptively, but, you know, if the game was that simple, you would never lose as Night Elf, you know? If the game plan was run in, get your Demon Hunter surrounded 3 times, but you end up ahead, it's almost that, but you do have to sort of squeak out more value than Soima managed to. Okay, Moonstrand is going to be map number 3 in this series. And then we'll be moving on to Mr. Winter versus Chic. And then the winner of Mr. Winter and Chic versus Starbuck, I believe, will be our next series after that. So we saw some Starbuck Human earlier today, and will we see Starbuck Orc with all the human players we have? And the winner of this series, I believe, will be playing Chaemiko. So if you're a fan of non-human mirrors, I think we should be rooting for Soima this game. But hey, I'm indifferent. I'm a completely unbiased and different caster, everybody. You guys know this. You guys know this about me. That's what they all say about me. That Carson guy. Completely indifferent, unbiased, non-toxic caster. That's really what my reputation has become these days.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here's game number 3. On Moonstrand version 2. Upper right here is Hawk. Oh, right. And then the bottom right here's Soya, so we should flip these because we go left to right, and then we go down, and then we end up here, which is the right. I deplore you to stop. That's what we call a callback in the business.
A player's forces are under attack.
Mountain King again versus Demon Hunter again. Soya this time level 2 and 2 items. Unfortunately, no ring again. You imagine like Ring of Protection and Slippers of Agility. Oh, again, Demon Hunter gets surrounded. See, you need a little bit more subtlety to this than just run in. Like, you want to run in and do damage with Immolation on everything, ideally. But you need to, like, force a bolt and then counter surround once and then force a second bolt and then maybe get surrounded and TP out. But it's just not enough damage by Soya, unfortunately.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he is teching this time around and counter expanding. You like seeing multiple different strategies being played, not just sticking to the Mass Huntress all in. Bolt again. No way he lands this. This can't be how it ends. Okay, staff out. No way he gets first hit bash. Okay. He had one attempt. But that was still a lot of damage put on the Demon Hunter. Can almost recover. But he can no longer stop this expansion. It will not happen. Also Cloak and Greater Heal and Ring. I'd say those are the 3 best items for the Mountain King. You could argue Big Mana would be better, but I don't think you really need too many bolts. You just need the Mountain King to be around for a while. You know what I'm saying? Demon Hunter will successfully creep this camp, but he will eventually... Is it a creep jack if you're already done the creep camp when they show up? I don't know what we call that one. He's actually not finished the camp on time. Mountain King has no mana, but he's got bash. And with that Greater Heal, he's going to be here for a while. Demon Hunter has a big potion of invulnerability, which is going to help him out so much, actually. One footman goes down. How much moon juice do we have? A little bit has been recovered. Tree of Life is uncancelable. But this is all just delay by Hawk right now. The longer he can keep this tree from mining, the more ahead he's going to get. And that was already good delay. Because Soya now has to still creep this camp before he can go and do anything else. Back at home for Hawk. Attacking Lumber Mill. Gonna heal up his footman. Yo, Inspired, how you doing, man? Thank you for the raid. Now Hawk healing up. Managed to save a couple of low footmen. He did lose, I think, 1, maybe 2 with the aggression, but I'd say okay. I'd say Soya's going to be fine with this early game as well. I mean, as long as his tree is able to mine and he doesn't get pressured too much more, I think he can macro into a pretty even game. But Hawk is trying to make it anything but. He's going to pressure again. Still has a Town Portal, still has that Greater Heal. This time around, he has a Stormbolt available. He's just going to use it on an Archer. Take the guaranteed kill. Archer will go down. Naga. Counter surrounded a little bit by the Demon Hunter. Nicely done. Footman. Chase down for level 3. Bash on the Archer. Not like there's that much Moon Juice to save the Archer anyway, but the little bit that's left will. Dryad comes out actually perfectly on time. But Hawk is being very conservative with his micro. Not overstaying his welcome. He knows if he pushes too much further into the base, he would just lose every Footman for nothing. So more or less a 1-for-1 trade. I think it was... Okay, now it's 3 Footmen for 1 Archer, but it was almost 2 for 2. And it's daytime in the Moonwells. 122 of my math is correct. Moon Juice left. Which ain't that much. There are many things in the world that 122 of them is a lot, but Moon Juice is not one of them. 122 ice cream cones, cookies, muffins, slices of pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs. That's all a lot of things, you know? Moon Juice? You want at least 1,600. Which 1,600 ice cream cones, you know, ice cream's so good and all that. It's just too many. It's too damn many. Oh yeah, this is a map with the super sneaky door. You see, on both sides they have this door. And there's sort of a weird path that goes here. Curves on the right side of the map. What's the name of this map? Moonstrand. The one sort of weird thing about this map is this side almost never sees any play, despite look how much value there is. 4 red camps. And both labs over here, marketplace over here. But because there's this sort of neutral expansion and the spawns are pretty close together, you really don't see anyone make it over the left-hand side of the map ever. It's kind of cool, though. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. Like, it kind of makes the map a little bit more exotic when you do get a really late game. Like, you're like, oh my god, Moonstrand late game, you know? Because unlike Echo Isle's late game, where you're just sort of sitting at your base AFK, this is like, it's kind of like Echo Isles for the first half of the game, because you have the easy-to-take expansion, close spaces where you can fight each other, and then if it happens to go to the late game every, you know, once in a blue moon, it's like, oh my god, we get to see these red camps that get crap that we never do. Kind of cool. In its own way. I don't know how the players feel about that dynamic, but... Hawk buying some time. 55 versus 47 supply right now. Oh, don't want to lose that Dryad for nothing, but he unfortunately does. Forces a TP. It was all just time-buying tactics for Hawk. Time buying for what, you might ask? 2 Sanctums and Rifleman. And Mount King level 4. Very playable game for both. 63 against 49, but Soya certainly is going to be breaking upkeep very soon. He's getting a 70 supply Moonwell right now. His lumber looks low, but I think he'll have just enough to be able to build 2 more bears. We are getting a red camp craft. Bit of cunning. Green Drake over here. Marketplace going to be crapped. Ooh, a little Makrua marketplace. Hello, Saul. There should be like just a rifleman doodad, like right behind the marketplace. You know what I mean? Just for Saul. Actually, no, he's been given enough. He got given a whole damn icon by Blizzard. Where's my Tomarja in-game icon?
player's forces are under attack.
Sorry about the typing. A little adminning. Soya pushes with 70 supply against 76.
A town is under siege.
Ancient of Wind will just be a time buyer right now. It's a lot of bears. And TP back, Barracks goes down.
The player's forces are
Seems unlikely Hawk can win this fight. 68 versus 78 though, actually, so Blizzard will do some good damage. There is no clap as well. And yeah, Hawk just TP's out. Hey Carson, do you feel like Warcraft 3 is just a stepping stone to eventually apply for the position of mayor in my county? You want me to apply to be mayor in your county? Yeah. I'd say that's a reasonable vertical movement for me.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Clap was retrained. Invis as well to stop the mana burns. Blizzard as well. That's a lot of damage on the bears. Hawk goes from TPing out 1 second to really destroying this fight. Heal Scroll saves like 15 supply there. Very close. 68 against 80, but a lot is about to fall for Hawk. Does he have another Heal Scroll? He doesn't actually. Hawk should maybe clean up these 3 bears and then maybe Town Portal away. Berserker falls, Breaker falls in a second. Soya trying to force the TP, but he only forces a greater heal. He should try to finish his food. Look at these breakers. So close to killing so much. So close. I know it looks like it was a one-sided fight, but I'm telling you it wasn't. Hawk really could have fallen apart here at any moment, but he just barely, with that heal scroll, keeps his entire army alive. And look at it. 1 scroll when he TP's out. Invis even saves the Archmage. Oh man, Soya. He could have won this fight. It could have been different. Slightly better micro, slightly worse on the side of Hawk, maybe.
The town is under siege.
And TP out, finally saving his whole army.
A player's forces are under attack.
Water team got out of position. Sorry. Players are asking a bunch of questions on the Discord. But yeah, the third base as well. It's really what's sealing the deal as well. Look at Hawk's amount of gold. He's going tier 3. Maybe we'll get to see the red camps. That's really what I want to see this game. I'm just hoping it doesn't end before we get to see all the reds crept. Look at this.
A player's forces are under attack.
That camp gets crept. So I'm going for the bottom left expansion that I still don't think he knows the upper left has been taken by
A player's forces are
Mr.
under
Hawk.
attack.
Archmage could creep all the way up to level 5 here. We do get to see the whole map crept out, you know, minus a green or two. But isn't that a treat? A nice, sweet treat for all of us. Unfortunately for Soya, it was a really good series. Game number 1, very well done. Game number 2 could have gone either way if it's just the Demon Hunter didn't get surrounded so many damn times. And like this fight down here, a lot closer than the supplies would tell you. So it was a pretty good series for Soya, and there's still a little bit of wiggle room, but it seems highly unlikely. Towers and Ancient Protector over here. Vulnerability. Nope. Staff Clap does a lot. Paladin shows up and now Soya goes, oh, this guy's tier 3. And then he sees the frag shards from the mortar team. He's like, oh no. And then he sees Inner Fire and he's like, oh no. Then all of his bears are polymorphed and he's like, oh, I'll detonate one wisp. But yeah, 2,600 gold. Just missing a shredder, I suppose, but maybe his lumber's fine. It's just he got so many tier 3 upgrades. Yeah, and double Griffin Aviary. I think his lumber economy is absolutely fine. He's just building so many things and upgrading so many things. Clap and Blizzard are pretty good, and Frag Shards is also pretty good against Dryads, I hear. Nice little pivot around the fight to try to deal with the mortar teams, but Invis is there, and Hawk just has all the tools available to him. The stun dispellable, it is not, unfortunately, for Soya. And Avatar. Nice to see an ultimate in our first series of the day. Or I guess for you guys it might be like your 15th series of the day. First one for me, alright? It's the first one for me. Immolation is doing stuff, but you know it's rough when your Demon Hunter's almost getting out-damaged. Which that bolt will nearly allow the Mountain King to out-damage. Look at the Blizzard damage as well. That's my new favorite thing, is looking at the damage numbers. And Demon Hunter's still slightly above, but like Mountain King's right there, Archmage is right there. Just shows you the impact of these spells, man. Is Blizzard the best AoE spell in the game? What do you guys think? Impale might be better. I think the only reason why Blizzard could be considered better is because of Brilliance Aura with it. But if you take Brilliance Aura out of the equation, maybe it's Impale, Blizzard. I don't know after that what it would be. And yeah, this game is certainly over 3,500 gold versus 100. So I'm trying to fight. Obviously, it's single elimination. Flame Strike, Carrion Storm. Carrion Storm's really good. Flame Strike really good. Both very high mana cost, I think, are the downsides. Cooldown for level 3 Blizzard is... Does the cooldown change for the Blizzard level? I didn't know that. I know it did for Mana Burn and a couple of other abilities, but I didn't realize it for Blizzard as well. And Hawk eventually will get the win. Well played to him. He'll move on to the semifinals, which will be him eventually against Chaemiko. Soya, as I said before, really solid try. Hawk looking pretty clean on the new maps. And now we'll have Mr. Winter versus Chic at Human versus Undead, which we'll jump into right the hell now, guys. On Fading Autumn is map number 1. Yeah, like I said, I mean, because we started late, the tournament here we're watching right now started on time, but we started like 30 minutes late, so we're playing catch up. So the upside of that is we just get to go game to game to game to game. No downtime at all, which is great. Why you guys want to sit here and stare at me, man? Why the hell would you want that? Like, just get into the games. It's all about announcing, Carson. Thank you. I appreciate that. Biggs map for the win. I'm liking them, man. I'm liking them. And I'm pretty negative about maps normally. Like, I said I didn't like Autumn Leaves when it came out. I was going to say famously I said I didn't like Autumn Leaves, but I don't think I said it famously. I think I just sort of said it on a podcast once. And then they changed Autumn Leaves, and then now it's one of the best maps in the pool. But at first I didn't like Autumn Leaves. I said from the start I like Tide Hunters, though. So, you know, when I say these maps are pretty good, I would never lie to you guys, would I? Would I now? So, Fading Autumn, Undead versus Human. And then we'll go on to the winner of this versus Starbuck. Right? Yeah, the winner of this series is going to be playing Starbuck directly after. How do I feel? I feel great. So Autumn Leaves with the permanent skeleton summons. No, Autumn Leaves is in the map pool currently. You're thinking of Bright and Dark from back in the day. Oh, the old one. Did it have the old? I don't. You maybe you're. I don't. It didn't have like the summon, the Rune of Rebirth. It didn't have that, but it might have had skeletal mages or something like that. Anyway, here's game number 1. Bottom left, here's Mr. Winner going with the Archmage and goes straight for the expansion. Upper right, Chic with the Death Knight. Chic, a very exciting player to watch these days. He always has really interesting styles. Obviously, don't want to spoil anything, but if you just saw the Hitman versus Chic series, you're well aware of the variety of strategies that he's willing to play. I'm a big fan of this guy. One of my favorite players to watch from sort of the Europe CES region. CIS. CIS? CS? CIS? I forget what we call it. One of my favorite European players. One ghoul goes down. As I say that, I just can't, you know, I can't say anything in peace, can I? CIS, that's what it is. Yeah, CIS region. Any move recommendations? How do you mean? For actual moving? So I see this map looks interesting. Well, hopefully we get to see a decent amount of it, but the Archmage is moving across from Mr. Winner. DK expansion for Chic. Very unorthodox. And no tech yet, so it does not... Oh, any movie recommendations? Heat? Have you seen Heat? Water Elemental's getting surrounded. Ziggurat going to be canceled by the Footman. One Footman will go down if he wants to coil it, but you don't want to coil it when it's 12 HP, do you? I'm keeping an eye over here for Chic to just start tacking, because this is already looking a little dire. Like, Mr. Winner is, it's almost here, too. So Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino from 1995. It's a Michael Mann movie. Oh, Footman gonna get surrounded. Look at this real estate behind the gold mine as well. Very easy surrounding territory. I think that's blocked by like a single ghoul and nothing can escape. Kind of cool. Underrated territory behind the gold mine. A lot happens behind gold mines at expansions. It really does. Think about it. How many times do you see exchanges behind gold mines? Like, think about the behind the Hammerfall gold mine at the Rock Golem. You guys think I'm crazy, but I'm cooking here. Chic is attacking.
A player's forces are under attack.
But he will try to expand as well. Rifle Caster, Mountain King, the Mr. Winner Classic, which in the context of this game is absolutely the perfect build order. Chic on his way to level 3. Meet me behind the gold mine 3 o'clock after school. True. Arcane Sanctum and Shop. One power built, quicker than the other. To heal up the footmen, surprisingly, just 2 footmen. Could have just waited for a priest, but now 1 footman, level 3 for Chic. Realizing maybe the Mountain King is coming out and wants to creep, so just going to try to stall that as long as he can to catch up on the tech. Rifleman was not paid attention to. That one will be going down. Chic has no coil right now, so every bolt will be a kill on a ghoul. That one should be dead as well, unless some counter micro goes on. Yeah, just going to be denied. So we're already past that ring over. Like to see that. And yes, 2 ghouls died, but still, Mountain King has not crept a single camp yet. And that's the whole plan of Chic right now. Because if he can't delay the Mountain King level 3, he can't delay the inevitable push into his main base that Mr. Winter's trying to do. So yeah, Chic was willing to sacrifice every ghoul here to buy as much time as he can. Only coil used to save the low ghoul. Rifleman surrounded again. This should come in. Rifleman goes down. Bolt to kill that ghoul. Another Rifleman kind of semi-surrounded. This is a good play from Chic. Real good play. Careful with the Death Knight, though. Mr. Winter could have maybe gone for the Death Knight surround. Priest saving the Rifleman. Death Knight. 12 mana away from a coil now. Could come back in for that Rifleman, but I think he'll be healed up past the threshold by then. We'll continue. Archmage going to get level 3. What's the play for Chic? It looked like he wanted to expand, but then stopped. Now he's just going tier 3 instead. Skeleton scouting. Mr. Winter has been known in the past to play tier 3 against undead. He's played like Knight, Griffin, things like that. So maybe Chic just checking to make sure he's not building a bunch of ghouls into griffins or anything. Lich and Death Knight looking for a priest kill? No, looks for the Sork. If he just turned and fought, he would be able to save maybe that Sork, but turned and fought a little bit slow. Oh, Bolt. He literally could kill the Death Knight right here. Surround. Can he fight his way out? Coil. Nova. No, Mr. Winter, don't let him out. Okay, he's not. Actually saves the Rifleman as well. Nice punish there. Mr. Winter seemed like he was just going to let himself get bullied forever, but he finally locks in that DK surround. You love to see it. DK immediately back from the tavern. Yeah, now Chic does what he maybe should have done before, just try to cut off reinforcements. And does kill the next Sork.
Player's forces are under attack.
Killing the Sanctum with ghouls, which are about to be Frenzy. One of the better hit and run units in the game. What is it? It's like tanks, raiders, bat riders, Frenzy ghouls, bears, huntresses. I'd say those are the hit and run game. Although tanks aren't really flying machines as well. Tanks aren't really hit and run, are they? They're kind of like, I'm just going to sit in your base and kill every building while you're defending, in a way. I don't know what you would consider tanks. But Frenzy Ghouls are one of those, man. If you allow them to attack your main building, they will kill it. Mr. Winner. I have to imagine he wants to hit some sort of a timing, but Frenzy Ghouls forced him back. And just like that, it's tier 3 against tier 2. Shop did go down at some point.
A player's forces are under attack.
Chic Jack coming in. Item found there. Greater heal at the shop. She could lose a hero again. Mr. Winner kind of cooking a little bit. Coil available. Greater heal could be swapped and will be, but the bash as well. Ruh-roh. Mr. Winner with the aggression.
A player's forces are under attack.
Mountain King has another bolt, and the greater heal was passed, by the way. Is there a silence available? He hasn't skilled on the Dark Ranger just yet. I'm a little worried Mr. Winner's doing too much running around. Destro's now in the main. Oh, no, because like he just needs to end with the advantage that he has. He needs to kill the guy. He can't allow Chic to just hit and run all day, because Chic will hit and run all day. He's a free-for-all player. Mr. Winner definitely the advantage, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
Creeping will continue as the Destros make space. This is what I mean, Mr. Winner. You gotta kill the guy. You have a huge lead. Double hero kills. Full map control. Lost a couple riflemen here and there. Who cares, you know? But now he's just stagnant in his base because of 2 Destros. The worst heavy air at doing this sort of harass.
A player's forces are under
You'd rather 10 supplying Gargs than 10 supplying Destroyers here. You'd rather 10 supplying Bat Riders than 10 supplying Destroyers here. Still stuck in his base. He's doing more creeping. But this is tier 3 against tier 2 and an expanding Chic. I worry a little bit for Mr. Winner that he's giving up his advantage in this game, you guys. At least we get to see the whole map. Getting red camps prepped now. No orb yet. Oh, no, orb on the Death Knight. Never mind.
a player's forces are under attack.
10 supplying Hippos? Okay, now you got me. Endurance aura for Chic. I mean, further improving the style of play that he's choosing this game. More movement speed, always good. Potion of invulnerability found by Mr. Winner. Maps almost crept out. Couple of greens around. Orange by Chic's base, 1 red in the corner. But, you know, most of the juicy camps except for the red are gone. Mr. Winner will find the attempted expansion, but Chic is pushing the main again. So Winner going to cancel the gold mine, then TP back, no doubt. But Chic is just allowed to play his game here. Mr. Winner isn't taking the fight to Chic's base. He's allowing himself to be a ring around the rosied. Which again, I'll reiterate, Chic will do that all day. He'll do it for 45 minutes, he'll do it for an hour, he'll do it for 2 hours. He plays free-for-all, he doesn't care. He's got all day. Oh, and a lot of peasants are starting to go down. Why is the orb on the Death Knight, though, is the only question I have right now for Chic. Oh, the Nova as well. And Mr. Winter's just falling apart. Look at his lumber. He's got 1,000 gold, and he calls GG. Mr. Winter was the chosen one, but Chic, I mean, showing what he's really best at, which is finding win conditions that aren't win conditions. In a way. I like, you know, oh, I thought you were supposed to fight Riflecaster and win the fight. Nope. Run around the map with 2 heroes. Alrighty. So that's Chic 1-0. Sorry, trying to find the games. They're all on Flow TV, so I'm making sure, trying to not miss any. Was that Fading Autumn? That was Fading Autumn, right? Or was it? What map was that? That wasn't Fading Autumn. Was it Fading Autumn? It was Fading Autumn. Oh, I think we lost game 2 on Flow TV. RIP. That's, we're catching up, like, you know, we're trying to catch up to all these games on Flow TV. I think one of them disappeared, unfortunately. RIP. We might have to skip game 2 and game 3. It's the downside of like of doing an extra 40 minutes on the Hitman thing. Now we're like go next game. Yeah, I think Mr. Winter Chic game 2 is GG'd. What's up, Crestfallen? How you doing? I think it's GG'd, you guys. All right, Starbuck versus Chic. Spoiler alert: Chic 1-2-0. Yeah, I was worried that was going to happen. But that's all right. All right. Starbuck versus Chic, game 1's on Northern Woods. That's the thing about Flow TV Cast close to the Grubby tournament. There's so many games on Flow TV that games disappear quickly. So you gotta pump them out. All right, so Human against Undead again, but Starbuck, much different style from Mr. Winter, from Mr. Winter, as Saul would say. There we go. Gambas, yeah, we'll try to at least be able to Gamba for the grand finals. Hopefully by then we've caught up. Faded Autumn and Autumn Leaves, Northern Woods, and Northern Isles. All we just need to replace Northern Isles and Autumn Leaves with the 2 new maps. And all will be resolved. Okay, game number 1, Starbuck for Chic. Here we go. Let's check it out. This map, Northern Woods, as mentioned. Game for that. I think we need to be more open to variety for maps in the actual standard pool. Like, look at Brood War. Now, I know no heroes, no items, no creeps in Brood War, yes, but they're rotating their maps out like every season of ASL, you know what I mean? We don't need to fully do that, but like 10% of that could be healthy. I mean, people are playing on Lost Temple these days. Like, come on. You really want to watch 40-year-old gamers play on Lost Temple, guys? Come on. Let's get, like, Hazy versus Sharky on, you know, one of these maps in a best of 69. You know what I mean? Just mentioning overlay's not functioning right now. Oh, good call. Let me restart. We're still early in the game. Good call. I thought it was being buggy earlier. We'll restart. Yeah. Good. Thank you for pointing that out earlier rather than later. Easy fix. Please help us get new maps. Please help, dude. I've been saying a lot recently. I wish I was good in the map editor. Although I think if I was good in the map editor, I wouldn't be making like melee maps. I'll probably be making like micro arena maps and stuff like that. How long? How long for what? How long for what? Make 44 maps where you can queue, but wow. No, I actually like this game, Jim the Pansy, and I want to see people enjoy playing this game, so I'm not going to do that. A long restart? We're already in the game. What's up, Takashita Sakakaki? Thank you for the 4 months. How you doing? Yeah, we're going to be back in the game in like 10 seconds, Top Gun. Hungover as hell. What day is it today? Sunday? Oh, yeah. It's reasonable. I love this game too, hence cubing. I would go on a whole philosophical rant right now, but I won't do that to you guys. Alright, here we go. Attempt 2 with the overlay working. Thank you for pointing that out. Here we go. Pretty much at the same time in the game. So, Lich versus Mountain King. Interesting. Something maybe not experimented enough these days in this matchup is Mountain King first for human. Mountain King not really great against Cryptlord, I would say. Archmage much better against Cryptlord. Summons versus summons, so to speak. But against Lich, maybe Mountain King could do something. More HP against the Nova. Stormbolt against a squishy intelligence hero on the other side. It kind of reverses the roles.
The player's forces are under attack.
I mean, on paper it seems like a cool idea. Maybe it won't play out that way, but we'll find out. So expansion on both sides. We see a 4th farm for Starbuck, which definitely means he's going to expand. Greater mana found. 1 to mana stealing found. And creeping will continue for both. Starbuck swapping out some of his low HP peasants for more healthy ones.
A player's forces are under attack.
Was cubing? If you don't know, you're innocent and pure and you should never find out, okay? Cubing is what people do when they don't want to win, but they also want the winning team to lose. So everybody loses. It's what you do when you want to see the whole world burn. It's like the equivalent of playing basketball and being like, hey, guys, let's get together and play a game of basketball. And then you grab the basketball and you stab it with a knife, and then you throw it over the fence into the neighbor's yard who has a dog that you can't get into because it'll eat you alive. That's what cubing is.
A player's forces are under attack. A town is under siege.
It's getting eaten alive by a dog. Is that what you want? No. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to get their Lich surrounded, but luckily he has a Cloak of Shadows right next to a shop. Oh, bolt again. That Lich is just dead. The power of the Mountain King again. And GG, 1-0 for Starbuck. Like, Stormbolt against intelligence heroes is just as strong as Nova against an Archmage. And we go into Fell Pit. What you explain as Night Elf when you play as preschool basketball versus Michael Jordan in his prime? Well, no, it's not Michael Jordan's fault that he's really good at the game. If Michael Jordan, you know, replaced the whole court with, like, spikes so everyone had to stab their feet over and over again to play basketball on the court, that would be Michael Jordan cubing, okay? It's not his fault he's good at the game. You can't blame the guy for being good at the game. Anyway, 1-0 for Starbuck. Well played to him. I like the Mountain King. I really do. I think it maybe under attempted at least. I won't say it's like the way to play. I won't go that far, but I would say we could try it a little bit more, human players versus Lich. And once they go back to Crypt Lord, maybe mix in a little bit of Archmage, because I think Archmage can be strong against Crypt Lord. You know? It's not Cuber's fault they're good at cubing. They're not good at anything in the game. That's the issue. That's the issue. All they want is for you to not enjoy the game as much as they don't enjoy it. That's all they want. They want everyone to be as miserable as them. Anyway. I said I wasn't going to go on a rant, and here I am. Look what you've done to me. One word. Look what it's done to me.
Forces are under attack.
MK is massively underused, especially at lower rating. Agreed, man. Agreed. And here's how the tables turn, right? Archmage low HP now. Nova really good at single target focus. Just like that, Archmage is taking a lot of focus fire. Expansion not able to creep. Starbuck ran straight cross map. Did a little bit of split militia creeping, and he's teching on 2 farms. Love this build as well for Starbuck. Every time, especially in this matchup, just great build orders. It's level 2 off skeletons. Chic is kind of getting bullied, you guys. I gotta be honest with you. He is going to attack. Let's get a surround on the footman. Nicely done. That'll be his first bit of experience if it's not denied. It is denied. Holy, and the Acolyte goes down. Yeah, Starbuck is... he's warmed up. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention what map this actually was. This is Fell Pit. Water Elemental surrounded again. Will it be denied again? Starbuck is... he would love to get that deny. Talisman of Evasion might come into play here. Does this item even work? Lich does get away. One more ghoul gonna go down. Backpack, by the way, for Starbuck as well. Didn't catch if he attempted to steal the item with that or not, but that's just another great idea, because your first Scout Footman gets there before your Archmage, obviously. So you can attempt to steal the item. Okay, Lich, did he unsummon the altar? He did, but he's rebuilding it on time. It just means the Lich is going to take 40 seconds instead of 30 to rebuild. He had no way efficiently of healing it, though, so didn't want to feed the experience. Yeah, but listen to those swords. This is how my ladder games look like, too? Me too, man. Me too. Especially against Starbuck. Riflemen are coming out. Paladin as well for Mr. Starbuck. Which is back in 23 seconds. Did he forget his Lich? No, his altar was only being rebuilt. He did unsummon it for the expansion attempt in the early game.
Players' forces are under attack.
For some reason, the new maps remind me a lot of early WoW, probably because the details and creep variety. Yeah, definitely. I don't know how, in general, I guess this would be a question overall for map makers, how, like, lore accurate people try to make their maps. Like, some of the Blizzard maps, or I guess all of the Blizzard maps, are trying to be lore accurate, the melee maps. Like a Terranus Stand and stuff, you know, I think that's a Blizzard-made map. But for these, I don't know if people think about that too much. Oh, Lich is going to get level 2. Congratulations, everybody. We made it. Archmage will be level 3. Warcraft 3 has one of the best ambience in the entire gaming industry. It's true, it's true. So I heard a peon die and I was like, I'm being harassed because like it sounds like an orc peon dying. I'm like, it's like when you hear one of those creeps die that sound like an archmage dying, and all human players go like, oh my god, but it's just they're killing a creep. I had that feeling with the peon dying. Yeah, look at these guys. It's so cool. Lich. Starbuck. Is he gearing up for a timing? It's even like little orc critters, the fell boars. Really cool map. A lot of little details. And my favorite thing, I've talked about this before as Starbuck goes for this expansion, like the little outskirts things that you can't always see until there's like a Zeppelin or a flying unit. Like, for instance, Autumn Leaves has the guy with the guitar from the end of the campaign. Has that doodad on it. Shout out Warcraft 3 GeoGuessr. Starbuck doing some good bullying while creeping with the Paladin, while expanding. Just really solid play across the board. As expected. It would be really nice to see his Orc if he wins this series. Which if he does, he'll be playing either Hawk or Chaemiko. Will be the next series after this. Will be Hawk versus Chaemiko, and then winner up against the winner of this in the grand final. So this is 2-0 for Starbuck, which he's really cooking right now. Maybe we'll get to see his Orc. If we're lucky. Maybe we'll get to see his Night Elf if we're super lucky. Not sure what the mercenaries are on this map.
A player's forces are under attack.
Maybe we'll never find out. Red camp. Both of them have been crap now. First one gave battle drums. Or did this one get battle drums? First one probably gave a health stone, right? Or... yeah, this guy? Wait, I'm confused. Wait, is it not? Oh, it's not mirrored. Never mind. I was like super confused. I was like, wait, why is there 2 red camps up here and there's only 1 down here? My brain just didn't make any damn sense to me. Marketplace being crapped. Ghouls try to do a run by, but they all just kind of die. Chic. Trying to do a similar thing to what he did against Mr. Winner earlier when he was behind. Hit and run a little bit, creep as much as he can, and then try to win on hero levels, but Starbuck playing too clean.
A player's forces are under attack.
43 against 62. Paladin about to be level 4. What's up, Arcade? Maybe the 42 months. Does Carson Mon Potsafat? I can't. Those are all French words that are difficult to pronounce. Like, what's that last word? Plaisir? 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 You need to choose easy French words so that I sound like I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Thank you, Arcade, for the 42 months. How you doing? Mon Potsafat Plaisir. Curse of my friend, it's a pleasure. Ah, thank you, thank you. Sorry, I'm not a real Canadian. I apologize.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Renee Baldhead, thank you for the 3 months as well. Appreciate that. Thank you for the subs, you guys. Holy Light, too strong. He had wanted to win the whole time. Oh, now the slow as well. Does devour it. Has a second Destro for the second devour. I'm not a real Canadian. Instantly apologizes. It's true. You got me there, Shaker. You did get me there. Yeah, this looks unfortunately like the beginning of the end for Chic. He did Tavern Rebuy the Death Knight, but he's running around with 2 Destros and 3 heroes. Now, he did beat Mr. Winner by doing this exact sort of thing, but Mr. Winner didn't have an Expo. And Mr. Winner is not Starbuck. The Shredder died, though. It did die. It did die. He's finding some moves. And Starbuck says, whatever, man, I'm ending this game. Pushes into the main. And the thing with this expansion is, like, it will get shut down from mining, but it's going to take Chic another 40 seconds to kill this. And in that time, Starbuck is just forcing the issue with a Blizzard retrain. It's beautiful. It's beautiful play. And yeah, this Expo is still not going to die. A-bomb slowed. Blizzard gonna kill all the Acolytes eventually. Chic doing a good job buying time for himself, but eventually Blizzard solves. Okay, Chic now fighting where he wants to in his main base with towers. But really with, what, 3 heroes right now and a Destro? The A-bomb, single A-bomb gonna go down. Continuing to Blizzard the Ziggurats, because why not? Silence wanted to win level 5 Archmage. Oh, level 3 Blizzard's gonna make this a whole lot easier. Just really well played from Starbuck this series, you gotta say. Good strats, good follow-ups. And a Chic, a nice try today, but Starbuck looking damn good. 2-0. Okay, now on to a human mirror. Which we're going to jump into on Fading Autumn right away. As I said, all the games are going to be right away. We're playing Eternal Catch-Up. And then the winner of Chaemiko versus Hawk is going to be playing Starbuck in a best of 5 in the grand finals. Is there maps we haven't seen yet today? We haven't seen Gloomstalker. We haven't seen Witch Ruins. Those are the two. Those are maybe, especially Gloomstalker, which is the oldest of these maps. It's been around for a while, but it got updated. Gloomstalker's been the least played, I think, throughout the whole month of April. Okay. Chaemiko versus Hawk, everybody. A little bit of a human mirror, but we'll get to see some more of the new maps, so it's all a win for us. Here we go into game number 1. Good old human music. Archmage for Hawk in the bottom left in the blue, and in the red, Chaemiko Archmage as well. Very similar build orders, actually. Same tower timing. We'll see how the creep routes go. Obviously, this matchup is very creep route dependent, so being a little bit unfamiliar with the maps can make a big difference in how the early games look. We're already seeing a different creep route for both. Lab for Chaemiko, Lightning Shield creep for Hawk. Footman scouting for Chaemiko. Gloves of Haste in the lab. A lot of poison damage. I guess you can see why this doesn't get crept right away. Loses 2 peasants. And that's what I mean, man. Maybe Chaemiko not as familiar with the maps. Goes for a slight inaccuracy. Boots a couple losses great, but Hawk's already on his second camp with a much healthier army. And he'll probably tech quicker as well. Yeah, almost certainly will tech quicker. Already going. Footman continues to be annoying.
Players' forces are under attack.
Experience more or less even. Looks like Hawk not going to prioritize level 3. Maybe doesn't know how to do it. He might have to creep the Merc camp. If you want level 3, gonna do level 2 aggression. Weird in this matchup, but maybe not on this map. So our link for today's, I think this link, exclamation point Hitman. Did that do anything? Oh, maybe not. I thought there was a exclamation point Hitman command. But if you go Warcraft3.info, that website, you'll be able to see it on the right-hand side. We have an exclamation point moon command. There we go. Almost a surround there on that footman. And yeah, we're seeing the unfamiliarity with the map definitely come into play for both these guys. Not being able to get level 3. Like, just compare this to a map like Autumn Leaves, or like Northern Isles, or, you know, any super old map. You know, like even a level 3 creep route on like Twisted Meadows. People are just so well optimized on those maps. They know how to get level 3. I mean, it's essentially a speed run to level 3 on those maps. Here, takes a little bit of adjusting and feeling things out slightly. But they get there in the end. Items, I mean, more or less even. No crazy advantage on either side, but there is a health advantage for Chaemiko. Hawk luckily has a replenishment potion to make up for it. 2 rivers. I don't know how optimized the creep routes are on 2 rivers. Maybe, though. Maybe. Been a while since I played that one. I think BNet 2013 would have been the last time. A lot to be healed up. Shop will be canceled by Hawk. Can he pop a water elemental in there? He'll have to pop it in on this side. Oh, never mind. Finds an angle. Cancels the shop. Chaemiko coming in for the defense. But there's quite a few units that could be picked off. Good defense, only losing one militia. Water elemental did get denied. And let's check the macro. His tech was quicker, Hawk, so he'll have quicker sanctums. They're both coming online. Mountain King coming out. Tier 2 is now done, but a slight advantage for Hawk, I'd say, overall. Still going to end up with our classic Priest Breaker, probably a Tier 2 expansion, all that standard stuff. But Hawk will be favored going forward. Continues to try to lower the footman a little bit. Hawk knows that he canceled the shop, so he knows if he damages the footman quite a bit here, the Mountain King creeping when it comes out of the altar is going to be significantly slowed down. Whereas the Mountain King can come out of this altar. Oh, I was going to say, and he can heal up the footman and start creeping, but he instead decided to beeline across the map. Footmen meet up with the Mountain King that has the scroll, but just in time, Chaemiko's there to get some canceling on the healing. And, okay, will successfully heal up his Footman. Footman count is 6 to 6, actually. Surprised it's that even.
A player's forces are under attack.
And with how aggressive Chaemiko's being, I'd be surprised if Hawk went for a Tier 2 expansion. That would be the standard play at this timing, though, to call Militia, creep your Expo, put down a Town Hall. I just don't see it happening anytime soon in this game. Maybe one Footman going down. All the Footmen are now healed up. Where are all of Chaemiko's Footmen? Maybe healing up with Priest back at home? I'll check in a second. They're all just chilling back there. And that's all, this whole game has flowed because that shop got canceled. If not, Chaemiko probably would have healed up his Footman as soon as the Mountain King came out, and both players would have an expansion by now. But because Hawk stopped that healing, he sort of designed the game in this way, but now he calls Militia, slightly delayed, let's say by about 20-30 seconds. It will be an expansion. And Chaemiko, same deal, slightly delayed. Tier 2 expansion. Blacksmith actually coming up for Hawk. Hold that thought. He might not expand. Or is the expansion late enough that he can go for a quick Blacksmith? Typically, you'll go for those upgrades after you've expanded, but we'll see. See how things play out. Ring of Regen is a nice find. No, he is going to Expo. Is it a little bit greedy to go for the expansion and upgrades at the same time for Hawk? I wonder. $50 supply versus 43. Lowell, hello, how's it going? Good to see you. Mountain King will get level 3 from this camp. Close, like 2.99. Oh no, barely level 3. Perfect. And now Hawk gonna push across the map. Chaemiko just got level 2 on the Mountain King. He does have better items on his MK. Archmage level 4. Take your pick. Would you rather have level 2 Brilliance or a level 2 Stormbolt? Actually, a debate could be had there. Both players will have an expansion up. Maybe Chaemiko could send a few Footmen around to the Expo. Especially with no Arcane Tower, that could be a good play.
A player's forces are under attack.
But for now, the creeping continues. Maybe Hawk wants a heal scroll or something. Potion of Vulnerability, very important, which he buys. And he also wants level 4 Archmage. First attack upgrade being upgraded now for Hawk. Chaemiko only now starting his Blacksmith, as you can see. 56 versus 49. Still same amount of foot. Oh, actually, sorry, 1 footman advantage for Chaemiko. 5 priests versus 5 priests. First 2 breakers coming out for Chaemiko, already done for Hawk. So more or less even here. The hero levels are a bit uneven, but not game winning or losing on either side. It's going to come down to the micro. Or will it? No fight just yet. Hawk being very, very patient with the advantage he gained in the early game. Check the gold on the mines. Within 150 of each other. Supply within 1 production cycle of each other. And upgrades 1 advantage for Hawk. Fighting a little bit of an awkward place around this cluster of trees, but Militia could be called for the side of Chaemiko. He's closer to home. Mountain King gets surrounded, but has a greater heal, potion of vulnerability, and heal scroll. There's a health stone on this Mountain King, but he doesn't manage to use it, despite the priest healing. I said it was going to come down to micro, and what's a better display of micro than a surround on an MK? Well, probably a few things, but that's one of them. And just like that, Hawk pushes his advantage from the early game, and now splits off 3 footmen himself to the expansion. Chaemiko also splits off 5 footmen to deal with those. We're going to have a tavern rebuy from Chaemiko. So far he's rebuilding out his altar, 44 seconds. Luckily his was only level 2. Water Elemental going over there as well. And Hawk isn't too worried about actually trading. He's just worried about keeping the main army occupied so that he can fight over here. But the footmen that were left over for Chaemiko doing a really good job in that defense. 66 versus 67, and Mountain King back in 13 seconds. But look at the hero advantage now. Level 4 Mountain King nearly versus still level 2.7. Gain tower. This one I don't think can be repaired. Does burn a little bit of mana on the MK before it goes down, which is nice. Heal ward in the back, because why not? Bash on the breaker that was trying to kill it. Might actually lose that breaker because of it. Barely keeps it alive. Mountain King is now back with that health stone that he did not manage to use. Bash and breaker feedback. Heal ward again used. Archmage trying to get in range. Does cancel the heal ward. Militia coming in. 73 against 65, and 1-1 upgrades versus... actually 1-1 as well. Water Elemental's not so easily dealt with when there's so much healing going on, but Chaemiko manages to deal with that new one. Mountain King gets surrounded again. This time he uses his Health Stone, and this time he can fight his way out. He's not even trying to get out of the surround, it looks like. Levels up and manages to fight his way out. There's a bolt in 5 mana, but he's burned by the breakers a little bit. Hawk. Yeah, it's important for Chaemiko to continue burning the mana on the MK, or else he's going to lose his own Mountain King. 63 versus 77, just like that. Expansions are still running. Chaemiko trying to hold on. But after that MK loss and after the slightly worse early game... What's the other semifinal? The other semifinal was Starbuck versus Chic, 2-0 for Starbuck.
Players' forces are under attack.
And yeah, it's just slowly pulling more towards Hawk in game number 1. I don't see any way out of this for Chaemiko. Surprised Hawk isn't splitting a couple breakers to the peasants. Human Mirror final incoming. I will see what Starbuck decides to do. Militia called, but that's not very many militia. And yeah, GG 1-0 from Mr. Hawk. Solid game from start to finish. He had a very small advantage, and he just sort of pushed it to the end. The Mountain King kill obviously helped. Gamba for next map, maybe? It will be Gamba. We'll do Gamba for the finals. Once we know who it is. Gloomstalker actually is going to be map number 2. Because, yeah, I think we'll be caught up for the grand finals. There'll be no longer Flow TV games, or close to it at least. So, game number 2. Gloomstalker, everybody. First time seeing it today. That means Witch Ruins is the only map we haven't seen. Maybe we'll get it in the grand final. Sometimes it's hard with 7 map pools, though. Most of the time we're working with 5 maps, which means in the grand final, if it goes all 5 games, then we get to see them all. But today there's a chance we just don't see 2 maps. Or in the case of actually today, 1 map. Witch Ruins. Still time, though. Still time. Yeah, Gloomstalker, a very strange map. Very confusing. Is maybe why people choose to veto it. Let's check it out, though. Let's see if we're confused.
A player's forces are under attack.
Here we go. Upper right here is Chaemiko. Bottom left here is Hawk in the blue. Footman Scout for both players, and Lab Creep for both as well. Ring of Protection versus Gloves of Haste. Quite the modest drop there. Yeah, there's a lot of gold mines on this map. I'll just click to all of them.
A player's forces
One in the
are
center
under
as
attack.
well. But yeah, it's a lot of gold mines. Footman would have dealt with that attempted farm. So Hawk respecting it and defending it. Chaemiko using the time that the Footman's buying him to continue creeping. And he will be the first to level 2. But that's not the important level. The important level is who's the first to level 3. Tech now started.
Player's forces are under attack.
For both, pretty much exactly the same tech timing. That was not the case in the first game. Archmage looking around for green camps. We'll successfully find one. This was, I forget this map, what tournaments it was in the past, but I think we saw this map like 3-4 years ago. An unupdated version of it, but like I said, I think this is the oldest map of all the maps in the pool today. I just don't remember when this one was initially released. So I think there was a couple of tournaments that had it. I remember watching Happy play on this map, for instance. And obviously Happy does not play the backed Warcraft Weekly Cup anymore. Another ring. This Mountain King is going to be very tanky for Hawk. Water Elemental kind of surrounded, but we'll get out. The Footman as well will live. 6 Footmen versus 5.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shop coming up for Chaemiko. Doesn't want to get it to get canceled like it did last time. For Hawk, still waiting to build that one. Will we build a shop in the back? No. Chaemiko sometimes builds a shop like here, but maybe that's on a map where he's a bit more familiar with the base layouts. And we're attacking farms. Welcome to Human Mirror, everybody. Sure takes him long to kill that farm, though, don't you think? Should reduce the HP on farms by like 40-50%, I think. Oh, Militia going for a surround. Nice awareness from Chaemiko. Could have been an easy TP force if it did land. And this whole time, Hawk's still level 2. Needs one more green camp to get there. Or a couple of footmen. I think 2 would do it. One Militia goes down to Chaemiko's Archmage. Boots of Speed can maybe help Hawk get that little bit more experience that he has. But for now, he's kind of just getting bullied, honestly. Chaemiko aware of his advantage. He's going to buy boots himself. Might need a staff as well. Does get it. A little bit of a panic purchase, but Hawk respects it. Lets him run away. Shop. I don't want to say the shop is late, because it actually technically isn't, but normally it's one of those buildings you get earlier rather than later, just because of the potential of it being canceled. Very similar to when you expand with Undead and you need to rebuild your altar. You'll build it earlier rather than later, because it's just so impactful if your opponent cancels it. Regardless of Sanctums, Mountain King, pretty much exactly the same timing for both players.
A player's forces are under attack.
Footman count 6 to 7, actually. Uh-oh. Go ahead, say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Archmage's gonna get level 3, finally. It's about damn time. And Mount King will creep the expansion. Militia coming across, and I was going to say very similar game to last, but Hawk is being the aggressive one this time. Or no, he was last game as well, right? So it is a very similar game to last. Oh, Mountain King's surrounded again. How many similarities are we going to have? He passes... Is that an ivory tower? Is he going to use that to pop out of the surround? No. I don't even know if that works anymore. It's been so many years since I've seen somebody pop out of a surround with an ivory tower. It was like the most common play from like 2006 to 2010 that was in like micro videos. But when's the last time you guys saw that? Seriously. I don't know if it works anymore. It's so uncommon. Could have seen it there. It would have been beautiful. Seems like both players might have been deterred from expanding. No, okay, here's some peasants going across. See, this map is so confusing to me. Can you build without the creeps aggroing? I don't think you can, right? No, you can't. Okay. Hawk is figuring things out as he goes as well. Oh, no. Okay. It looks like you can, but you can't. It's really, really weird. I guess you could, like, tower back here, maybe, preemptively. It's great for Orc in that case. Chaemiko with a cleaner route. Mountain King will get level 3. Still hasn't passed all the items over the MK. Double rings and gauntlets on Hawk's Archmage. There's Mount King level 3. Here's the item pass. And Chaemiko a little bit further behind on his Mountain King levels, but again prioritizing his Archmage levels. If you can get both before the initial fight, obviously, really big deal. All that extra priest mana. But Hawk not looking to give him any extra time. Both expansions will be done around the same time, but not if it's canceled. 10 seconds left on the repair. Staff of Teleportation over. Getting some value out of the staff that he bought earlier. Bolt on one priest going to go down. He's actually just attacking the Town Hall. Wait a second. Bolting the peasants to stop the repair. Very ambitious play from Hawk, but one priest already died because of it. Mountain King is surrounded, TP out, and the play doesn't work for Hawk. I mean, I like the attempt. I do like the attempt. You see what he's trying to do by bolting the repairing peasants as well, everything, but
Players' forces are under attack.
maybe the better idea would have been to bolt and pair off a couple of footmen to attack the peasants while they were trying to repair there, but all things in hindsight, I suppose. A sapper? Don't often see a sapper kill a town hall, but it could be a thing. Where are the labs here? Right down... Oh yeah, they were crept earlier. So yeah, sapper is very available for Hawk. Like, super available. Imagine.
player's forces are under attack.
Hard to think of that play. Both trying to get the coveted 4-3 levels. Chaemiko already successfully has done so. Shop crept. Remember, no TP for Chaemiko. He used it earlier. Hawk rebuilt his after using it. Priest bolted right away. Will go down. Chic would have gone for the sapper. Guaranteed. He would have somehow had the sapper there already, even though it wasn't available at the lab yet. When both players are fighting in the center, keep an eye on this sort of a play. The footmen split off. That's really the whole reason they're fighting, is to distract so that they can do economic damage with their footmen that are left over. Seems like Chaemiko has not done it, and Hawk has. Hawk has really good control of these games so far. But the supply, close to even. TP back for Chaemiko to deal with 2 footmen. He did repair up the town hall a little bit. 3 footmen even. Bolt should get one of them. No, it doesn't actually chase. Ward in the center. Potion of invulnerability. Chaemiko again without a town portal. And Hawk finding a little bit of a positional advantage, it looks like. Chaemiko saw his movement with a ward, but this map seems to have some tricky moves you can make in terms of the terrain. Also, just funny to see where the tavern is in conjunction with the expansion. You imagine trying to expo versus Orc or something and then picking up a Firelord right here on the same screen as your expo. Again, footman versus footman. Oh, Archmage will be surrounded. That's locked in. And the footmen, will they come back into TP range? They will. Really good awareness from Hawk. Good awareness from Chaemiko to defend the footman over to his town hall. Upgrades are 2-0 for Chaemiko and only 0-1 in a second for Hawk. Oh, and the Mountain King bolted out of position. Will get surrounded. Jesus. How are you supposed to counter that? Potion of invulnerability will have to be used. Will be used for both players, but that was a big potion of invulnerability on the side of Chaemiko. So Hawk just has to TP, I think. He just has to TP again. Nope, he's going to lose the MK. Did swap the TP, actually. Never mind. We'll use it. Yeah, what are you supposed to do there? You go around the corner and see your opponent's entire army and get bolt surrounded immediately? TP's to defend the footmen. Chaemiko's expo safe for now. One of those footmen goes down, but there's still 3 left over, and they could just sit like here and wait for the opportunity. And it's tricky to deal with that. Like, yeah, they're just gonna sit here and wait. And as soon as Chaemiko gets confirmation that Hawk is elsewhere on the map, footmen run in. Great play here. Honestly, by both. They're both playing really good this series. Easy to say, like, you know, oh my god, human mirror, but when they're cooking, they're cooking. Like it or not, it's a matchup you gotta play as a human player.
Player's forces are under
Footmen
attack.
go in. Water Elemental, nicely defending. Oh, he resummoned an Elemental and sent it in. That's a great solution. Town Hall still being pressured a lot. Town Hall's gonna be killed. That's just game over, isn't it? Hawk, or Chaemiko rather, has to all in. Okay, maybe he's got an opportunity. He's just got to force the fight.
A player's forces are under
Okay, he's gonna. Okay, they're just trading expos then. Hawk doesn't want to fight. It seems like 73 against 69 seems like a winnable fight, and if he defends this, it would be GG. But okay, both expos are gonna die. Chaemiko needs to buy a town portal. Luckily, he has just enough gold for it. The shop is here. Hawk pushing into the main. Alright, so I take my words back. It is not GG. It's in fact still very close. There's the town portal back, and it's too bad of a positioning for Hawk to actually fight in. So just expansions down for both players. (4-4) versus 5-4 actually now, favoring Chaemiko. Blizzard retrain, which is more and more common in Human Mirror these days, I feel like. Oh, we get to see the red camp. A little bit of an Infernal. What did he get there? Helm of Valor. Good for the MK. 17-minute mark supply. 69 versus 68. Very nice. 2-1 upgrades for Chaemiko. 1-2 for Hawk. 2-2 about to be finished for Chaemiko in a second, though. He's got his armor on the way. Positioning more or less even. There could be a high ground taken, which actually would be a big deal. All these units are ranged. Short-ranged or not, and yeah, Hawk's actually going to go for the high ground, but in doing so, he kind of flubs the positioning slightly. Level 5 Mountain King. Blizzard has been retrained for both? Oh no, that's just Chaemiko's Archmage in a weird position. TP out for Hawk now. Oh, it didn't actually get the Priest kill at the tail end. And level 5 Mountain King is very nice in these fights. One auto attack and a bolt will kill a Priest, which means you can get pretty much risk-free Priest kills without having to overextend your Mountain King or anything like that. Farm just to scout. There's so many expos to scout on this map that I don't blame the players for thinking there might be a sneaky expansion. Still a red camp left in the upper left corner. Choke point with Blizzard as well. Although the Blizzard is hitting breakers, yes, but it still does add up if you hit the Priests when they're clumped up. Right now it's not doing anything, but it's not allowing Hawk to push his Priest too far forward to heal the breakers. The positioning for Chaemiko doesn't literally get any better than this. This is the positioning. Perfect, like, size for the wall of breakers. Priest all in the back. Blizzard hitting everything. Like, you're not going to win that fight. Supply still even. Hero levels still not even. Heal scroll advantage as well for Chaemiko. So a few things point towards Chaemiko winning this fight. Footman goes down for both. Still Footman left over. Amazingly. One for each. One Priest goes down. One Breaker gonna die. For both. Bash every time. Nearly securing a kill. Blizzard getting value. Lots of value. Look at the Archmage damage difference. 5,000 extra damage. I don't think that's all because of Blizzard, but a lot of it for sure. Bolt to stop it for now, but that's a bolt not going on a Priest. 66 versus 67. Heal scroll purchase. Sold the ring for it even. 63 versus 63. Welcome to Breaker Mirror, everybody. Bolt again to stop the Blizzard. Both Mountain Kings out of mana. Water Elemental not actually that easily dispelled. We'll gotta be careful with our second heroes. Both getting to about the half HP mark. Blizzard, look at the value. Doppelstrix, thank you for the 14 months with the 6-7. Did I actually say 6-7? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. God forbid. Maybe the 14 months. Kiting continues across what feels like the entire map, really. But just as Hawk gets 5-5 on his heroes, Chaemiko's about to get double ultimates. Bolt available on Chaemiko. Needs to be careful with the Mountain King. Does land the bolt. Does he get a bash? Potion of vulnerability used. Dispel the water elemental, but doesn't have enough mana. That shows how long the fight's been going for. He doesn't have enough mana to get rid of the water elemental. So much healing. 61 versus 68. Chaemiko pulls ahead. Lizard again. Look at the damage. 20k versus 12k now. It just adds up, man. 66 versus 59. And also an attack upgrade advantage for Chaemiko this whole time as well. That's really helped in this fight, no doubt. Do we have a heal scroll? That would be really nice for Hawk. Militia come in level 6 on the Archmage, which he chooses to go for Aura, actually. And there is a bolt, and the bolt lands on the Archmage. Oh, dodges the bolt with his Mountain King as well. Breaker feedback kills the Archmage. And Chaemiko ties up the series. Now that's just a classic human mirror right there. That's doesn't get more classic and standard than that. 1-1. As we go to Moonstrand for game 3. And the winner of this game will play Starbuck in the Grand Finals. And I hope it's his Orc, but we'll see. Have a little bit of water, everybody. That concludes our water break. That's it. Now let's go into game 3. Pucky plays Human Mirror nowadays? I don't know. Happy as a participating in more in Back to Work Weekly. Not for... I don't know. It's time flies, man. Maybe a year and a half, honestly. It's been a long time. I like people drinking water from non-transparent bottles. I mean, vodka's see-through too, my man. But I only like apple juice. I only drink apple juice. Not water. Game 3. Here we go.
A player's forces are under
I need to switch this because we're on Moonstrand. Upper right is Hawk in the blue. Bottom right in the red is Chaemiko. Can we get Gamba? Grand Finals we will. That's a money back guarantee, Live Pro. Both players going for the mercenary camp. Standard creep route for both. Footman again. You know what we're getting. We've seen 2 games of it. Game number 3 shouldn't be too different. Pennant of Energy versus Pennant of Energy. I was going to say terrible item, but it could have been a huge item difference, like Claws +8 versus Pennant of Energy. If you're Infi, you say that's GG, but definitely a big advantage to get items like that. Yo, Jimbo Man, what's up, dude? Thank you for the 45 months. Almost 4 years. Okay, 46 months, actually, so we're even closer to 4 years than I thought. Thank you, Jimbo.
A town is under siege.
Tower being pressured by Hawk. A lot of damage taken on his Archmage as well. Militia deal with the Water Elemental. Still taking damage on his Archmage. Did Hawk buy the Priest that Chaemiko bought as well? I don't see it anywhere, so he's going to have a more difficult time healing up. This Priest, of course, doesn't have Abolish, but it has Heal, so that's why Chaemiko's in tip-top shape on his hero. Boots of speed, but they won't be for attacking, they'll be for running, let me tell you. Archmage's going to get level 3. Chaemiko just seems to be in a great position already. He's going to be level 3 there. He gets Claws of Attack. He's up 2 permanent items, not including the Boots of Speed, of course. And the tech is more or less dead even, give or take 5 to 10 seconds. We don't see enough of, like, the footmen go into the main, and then Chaemiko puts a footman there, and then calls Militia here. And kills all of them. Weirdly enough, not a difficult play. Sounds crazy, but it ain't. And then it's just the Hawk loses 5 footmen there. Use the base to your advantage, everybody.
A player's forces are under attack.
Slippers. And good efficient healing there for Hawk. Tier 2 has been reached. Where are his resources? Sells an item. Not sure what it was. There's the Mountain King. Oh, is this tier 3? With the Lumber Mill and single Sanctum, it looks like tier 3. Nope. Okay, there's the second Sanctum. Boots of Quel'The Loss. Not ideal items from these bigger camps. But not terrible still to have a fully slotted Archmage by the 6-minute mark. Hawk's still not level 3, man. Oh, dude. Does get claws, at least. Killing the gate now to desperately try to get level 3. Chaemiko sees that and goes, nope. And Mountain Kings will be out in a second. Is Hawk going to go for a sneaky expo here? I would like that play. Yeah, calls Militia towards it. And with the way the game's looking, Chaemiko might not find it right away at least. Imagine he does like a double lumber mill block. I wonder how much of this terrain you can build on. Can you fully wall this? That would be cool. I feel like he can't build in the center here because of the little bit of water. Maybe get invis and do a wall of peasants instead. You know what I'm saying? Get creative a little bit. Get crazy. Alright, Chaemiko and Hawk will both expand at different camps, but the same timing, more or less. Hawk goes into the main. Power close to dying. Looks like it will actually die. Nice kill there for Hawk, forcing a lot of repair from gold peasants as well, and at a timing when the economy is very fragile, when both players are expanding.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hero's got to be careful. Mountain King will be surrounded, but TP swapped immediately. Not wasting any time. And now the only question for Chaemiko is, does he realize? Yeah, he does realize. Water Elemental right away. And now this is like the easiest expansion to attack ever. I think it was a gamble for Hawk. And unfortunately doesn't pay off. Because now like Chaemiko could call Militia and fight over this, and Hawk can never call Militia. He's actually staying one base because of this. Level 1 Mountain King, very low HP. Almost level 2. Bash will help a lot. Militia doing a ton. Careful with your Mountain King. Oh, a lot of low footmen for Hawk as well. Militia dealing with all the peasants. Look how much duration they still have. It's crazy. And then he can just do it all over again. Send them back and call Militia again. Yeah, this expansion not working out for Hawk and Chaemiko. Looking like 2-1. Looking like Chaemiko versus Starbuck in the grand finals. Level 3 Mountain King as well. Jesus. I don't know if there's any way Hawk can win. Yeah, Hawk did not call Militia himself there. I don't think so. I didn't see it at least. And just like that, expansion mined 250 gold and is dead. That is not a great investment. And Chaemiko, greater heal on the ground even. Holy. When's the last time you saw one of those forgotten about? Let's get it. Luckily, he has a scout tower. Scout tower scouting the item. Wow, that's the intended purpose, don't you think? Wow. Red camp. Get to see a little bit more of the map. Things look dire for Hawk, but we get to enjoy ourselves. Both players will creep the Furball Dragon camp. Rejuve, Stomp, Lightning Shield, Dispel, maybe Fairy Fire as well. For the Cunning. And Claws plus 12 inside of Chaemiko. No expansion. No expansion. Just a blacksmith for now. Next red camp as well. Elder Hydra. This looks very much like Frozen Throne campaign stuff. Like Mission 3 or something, you know? Or is it Mission 4? One of those first 3, 4, 5 missions with all the boats. Footman confirms there's no expo. 5-4 for Chaemiko versus 4-3 for Hawk. No town portal for Hawk either. Items, they're all over the place for both players. Oh, he actually steals the Frost Armor, and now Chaemiko steals it back. Then Hawk steals it back onto the Archmage. That's good, and then it gets dispelled. Oh, more Frost Armor. Dispelled. Oh no, Frost Armor stolen. And stolen again? No, yeah, stolen again. Krua will go to Chaemiko, who gets the flute there. That's a nice find. 60 versus 55. A priest caught out of position. Chaemiko just pulling further and further ahead. Very similar to how Hawk played the first game. Got an advantage and just kept slowly pushing forward across the finish line. Two times now we've seen this map almost crept out, which is nice. Mountain King immediately bolted. Has a greater heal and a greater mana. But yeah, the positioning on Chaemiko a whole lot better on his MK. And Bolt. Oh, it doesn't use the greater heal either. With that Mountain King kill, I think that's going to seal the deal. Yeah, there's no TP either to get out. And Chaemiko, 2-1, defeats Hawk. A good series. I mean, say what you will about Human Mirror, but very good series. So the two winners will play each other now, and that's going to be Chaemiko and Starbuck. And by the way, everybody, Starbuck, two things I want to tell you guys. Two things. First thing, we're going to do Gamba. Second thing, Starbuck's playing Orc. Who will win best of 5? Give you guys 5 minutes on this. And we'll be right back with our grand finals in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Best of 5, Orc vs. Human. Kind of the moment you've all been waiting for now. No more Human Mirror. No more messing around. Chaemiko, Starbuck. 5 maps on the new maps. Hey, Rob. 2.5 minutes. BRB grand finals coming up. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We just had, well, every other game, and now we have the grand finals. Chaemiko, Starbuck, Orc vs. Human, best of 5, Sunhoof, Mesa is game number 1. This is going to be a good one. Hopefully it's a 5-mapper. I'm looking forward to this. Love watching Starbuck's Orc vs. Human. And Chaemiko. I thought he was supposed to be retired. Why is he playing so damn good these days? You know what I'm saying? Chaemiko with the Archmage in the upper left. Starbuck, Farseer, Grunt Opener into Headhunters. Straight to the Mercenary camp. Prediction. Still another 30 seconds, everybody. It is for the whole series. One peasant goes down. So far acceptable. Farseer half HP, actually. But there is no Arcane Tower for Chaemiko. Is he really trying to creep greedy and go for a 2-farm tech? Like right now he's got the lumber and gold to tech, but he needs to rebuild the peasants. Little mercenary, centaur, archer here. Okay, once this peasant is done, Chaemiko will be teching. It's a little bit late though. It's like, I think at 2-farm you're supposed to tech at 240. maybe 2:45, so it's almost 30 seconds late.
A player's forces are under attack.
Grunt maybe looking to buy the tier 2 mercenary. The second mercenary, I guess. The equivalent of the Berserker. We'll see what it is. And it will be the Quillbore Hunter. That's cool. Essentially just another headhunter, right? A little less damage. Little less, or same health, little less damage, but it's an immediate headhunter. Cane Tower 25 seconds away. Oh, Grunt stuck. But who's stuck here with who? Gotta be careful the Arcane Tower doesn't get cancelled, but the Water Elemental's positioned really well to stop anything from getting in range of attacking the Arcane Tower, and Footman chase off the Headhunter. Pretty well done from Chaemiko. The only downside is his Archmage is quite low. But so is the Farseer. So as long as the Archmage doesn't literally die, I'd say this is a 1 early game for Chaemiko. Barely. It's close. Starbuck should probably try to steal away this creep camp, if he can, sooner rather than later. But he seems to just be very, very aggressive. Chaemiko just patient play. That farm actually will supply block him off of his Mountain King. So he calls Militia and repairs it. Oh my god. And Starbuck realized how important it would have been to kill the farm, but that's just a perfect response from Chaemiko. Jesus. Very, very clean. Because if not, his MK can't be built. And then he really is behind. Wow, that was nicely done. Mountain King will be built. Oh yeah, I guess you get more supply when your tier 2 finishes these days anyway, right? Oh, so it didn't actually matter. Never mind. Hehe. Still really good, well done from Chaemiko. Starbuck being really, really aggressive. Normally I would advise against this, but I trust Starbuck to do the right thing in this matchup. We will all see how it plays out. This is played pretty much live. We're like 10 minutes in the past right now. But yeah, they are currently playing this series right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
Arcane Sanctum is up. And farms, they're a little bit behind, but they'll be done soon. Tauren Chieftain is out. And Starbuck, what's the play? Bestiary and Tauren Totem. And Chaemiko not creeping, being very aggressive. Trying to kill some of those low headhunters. We'll see what he can get done. I'd be surprised if anything, though. Level 2 now in the Farseer from the Footman kill. I guess Chaemiko might have been expecting a very greedy Great Hall from Starbuck, which he sometimes does, but not finding anything. Would have been a great call-out if Starbuck had gone for an immediate expansion at Tier 2, but he didn't. Rifleman. If there was Stomp, he could kill it. He's just going to have to settle for the Footman. Going to lose a Headhunter. This is different from Starbuck. A Kodo out of the Bestiary and Spirit Walkers. Very different play. Rebuilt the Grunt as well. Careful with the Grunt. It's dead. Chaemiko will surround it. Surely. Won't block. Speed Scroll misses the Grunt. Bolt secures the kill. Tauren Chieftain doesn't have Stomp just yet, but Chain Lightning will get one Rifleman kill. Okay. And now Mountain King runs into the creeps, aggroes them. Kodo now blocking the MK. But MK got a heal scroll and push from vulnerability in the meantime. And this sort of scrappy game is exactly what Chaemiko wants. He wants Starbuck to not expand. He wants Starbuck to continuously trade with him on low levels. He wants Starbuck to fight into militia. This is all what Chaemiko wants. Starbuck did get bone chimes there from the shop. Chaemiko gets Archmage level 3. Raider Walker. We'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm trusting Starbuck. Just along for the ride here. Dog. Dog. Raider heal found. Nice items.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, we're nearly caught up now. We've been pretty behind, like 20-30 minutes the whole day. We're almost caught up entirely now. Like, by the next game, we'll probably be the Truth Flow TV 3-minute delay. Because there's always a 3-minute delay, right? Circlet. TC looks like a menace. Yeah, just one base. Raider Walker. More or less standard. With Stomp on the TC. It's, I mean, if it works, it seems like a fun strat to play. That's not Starbuck's heal ward. Yep, does kill it. Chaemiko has transitioned into Double Sanctum, but will be less impactful against walkers as opposed to shamans because it's AoE disenchant. Great Hall now coming up at 50 supply.
A player's forces are under
Reinforced
attack.
defenses as well, just to make sure there's no gaps in the defense for Starbuck.
A town is under siege.
Fake Archmage cancels the Great Hall. Oh no, whoopsies. Chain Lightning, Healthstone on the ground. Starbuck will get it eventually. Yep, does pick it up on the Farseer. Speed scrolling in, loses the Walker. But the Stomp is good. Scroll the Beast also. Creeps are still kind of involved a little bit. Both Walkers go down. Kodo hasn't eaten yet. Will now. 42 against 42 supply. Still even. Starbuck TP's out. Doesn't want to allow there to be another clap. Oh, he thought this was the real MK. That's why he stomped like that. 45 against 45, actually. Kodo's still devouring. Expansion. Unfortunately, if that expansion just didn't get canceled, Starbuck would be in a great position. Because look at where Chaemiko is now. And Starbuck could come over here, pull this red, creep it here, defend the Expo. He'd be in a great spot, but unfortunately he got juked by the illusion. Same play though, regardless.
A player's forces are under attack.
Mountain King doing some solo creepage. TC. And do the same, he'll be level 4 in a second. Farseer, heal scroll. Illusion TC. Doing a little bit of scouting. But Chaemiko, I think he's patiently just going to creep to Mountain King 5 before he pushes. I'm surprised he's not taking this red camp as well. Oh, Starbuck with the fountain. Oh, it's so good. I didn't even think about that. Kodo did end up devouring. Not sure where that Kodo was left. Back of the base. The fountain healing is so damn good. Maybe that's why he plays walkers here. Spirit Link plus fountain. But Mountain King is gonna be level 5, which is horrifying to think about. Close your eyes, Orc players. It can be controlled by Raiders and by Stomp. Starbuck has the micro to deal with the Mountain King 5, but if it is allowed to get maximum value, it's going to be real screwed up, man. It's going to be real screwed up. Red Camp and Legion Doomhorn. Oh, yeah. Chaemiko, of course, got the Helm of Valor from his Red Camp. Not the best item, but not bad at all. TC would love an Invis pot before the eventual fight. He should know Chaemiko's going to show up soon. 64 against 59. Starbuck is kept up in supply. Oh, both on the fake TC. He kept the TC around the trees. That's a huge play. Wow. And the clap doesn't land on anything. This is what I mean by Starbuck has a micro to keep the Mountain King under control. And then he stomps, and then he moves the Raiders away, and the clap hits barely anything. Really, really well microed by Starbuck so far. Everything has gone perfectly. He's got an Ankh, Invul, and Healthstone on the TC. And the expansion's mining behind this. And again, continues to control the Mountain King so it can't clap the backline. It's just beautiful play from Starbuck. It really just is beautiful play. Heal scroll used. Mountain King has one more mana pot. Okay, finally he'll get the clap value he's been looking for. Oh, man. Invul, mana pot. Ankh will be used. There's just a Healthstone now left. Demolisher. I'm a fan of that. TC comes back. Healthstone right away. Invis to keep the Mountain King alive. Clap again. Oh, that's a big clap. Oh, man. Supply still even, but Starbuck is falling apart a little bit. You got to realize Starbuck used Ankh, Invul, Healthstone, double heal scroll. Chaemiko did also use double mana pot Invul, but he's also got Priest and Brilliance Aura. Level 4 Archmage now. And in the meantime, actually, just a level 1 Water Elemental. I'm not going to do much harm there. Kodos, 2 of them haven't devoured. King has another clap. No items to really save himself, though, so he's got to be careful of the Stomp, Ensnare, Hero Focus. That might be a big play for Starbuck. Starbuck also cannot allow the shop to come up. Cannot allow the Mountain King to get double mana pots. Oh, the clap again. But maybe Hero Focus. The Raiders in the back, unfortunately. Dispelling the Speed Scroll. Mountain King. Focus Fire. There's a Chain Lightning. Invis again. What a madman. Still a greater heal on the TC. Invis again. Clap. Hits everything. That's the last one for now. Heal Scroll still being saved. Should be used right now by Chaemiko, but it's a little bit too late. TC level 5 surrounded. Has a greater heal. Actually gets out of the storm. The Demolisher just killed the tree to let the TC out. Did you guys just see that? The Demolisher killed the tree to get out of the surround. Oh my god. That might be the play of, like, the century. What the hell? Oh my god. Didn't he? Am I seeing that he did kill a tree there, right? Yeah, there's a stump. There was a tree, now there isn't. Holy. We need a replay on that to see if that's actually what just happened. Because if not, I think the TC dies there. Now all of a sudden Starbuck might win this game. He did. Question is, did he plan it? I think he had to have, because if you actually manually attack a tree, a Demolisher will one-shot the tree. If you attack ground, it won't one-shot the tree. But if you go like A and then click... Oh, I hit A there. And click on the tree, it will die. Holy. Someone go download the replay and confirm that he actually was fully surrounded until he killed the tree. What the hell? What a hotel. Oh my god. Chaemiko seemed like he was about to win the game there in a second. And then the TC got out of the surround. What a game, though. Mountain King almost 6? You're damn right it is.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, but Starbuck, this fight now, not so many consumables. Just to reiterate, double heal scroll, Healthstone Invul, greater heal. I guess that was it. But he burned through all those, necessarily, but he did burn through all those. Can confirm he manually killed the tree to get the TC out. That's like the play of the year, honestly. Mountain King gets level 6. Starbuck deserves to win this game just because of that play. Bolt again. Dispel on the slow. 53 against 51. Chaemiko still has a TP to get out if he needs to, but if he allows Starbuck to macro on 2-base, he will lose in the long run. Chain Lightning on level 3, not Wolves level 3. TC trying to bait out a bolt, and then Starbuck can engage, and the bolt is baited out. Starbuck has to go now. He's got you have to wait when the bolt is on cooldown, then you can go. That's what he did, but Chaemiko was kind of baiting the bait so he can get a bolt and a surround on the TC. Stomp. It hits 2 riflemen. Does Starbuck have a TP or anything to get out? No, maybe hero focus on the Mountain King. Potion of Invulnerability. There is a mana pot on the TC. Bolt now on the Farseer. Nothing to save him, and that'll go down. And the Torn Chieftain will go down. Just barely. Imagine he got level 6. Imagine he got level 6 on the TC. And Chaemiko just barely wins, it looks like. Holy, this is a game. Reinforcements coming in. But are you ever going to win now? Like, he's going to heal up. He's going to get full mana on the Mountain King. Maybe he can Tavern Revive both heroes, but he's going to try. I don't think he quite has the lumber to Tavern Revive. The TC is the issue. And main bases are out? Wait a second, we got a game, actually. Okay, TC back from the Tavern. Retrain into Shockwave? Sell Bone Chimes. Retrain into Shockwave. Sobi Mask on the ground. Invul. Okay, no retrain. Like, there's no gold left for either player.
A player's forces are under attack.
Chaemiko does have a town portal, but imagine he TPs back home into a TC level 5. Mana pot to kill that. He's gonna get level 6 off Peasants. Wait a second.
Town is under siege.
Altar. Okay, Altar's gonna be killed. And yeah, there's no way of getting the Farseer back, is there, unfortunately? I don't know if there's any room to play. He's got a Demolisher and 1 Raider. He did not retrain to Shockwave, so he can't really win the base race. And Chaemiko can TP back at any time. Level 6 TC. He's gonna go for the... He's gotta kill the Archmage. Where's the Raider, by the way? Where is the Raider? There was one. Is it the unit down here on the left-hand side? Chaemiko also has Invis, by the way. Surround. Stomp to delay the inevitable reincarnate. Okay, and there's the reincarnate. There's the bolt. Breaker feedback. Has a potion of invulnerability. And invis. Yeah, there's no getting out of it, unfortunately. Starbuck, he can kill the trees again? Can he kill this tree? Oh, nice try to Starbuck at the end there, but Chaemiko pulls through. Some really nice plays from Starbuck in that game, man. Some really, really nice plays, but the Mountain King got level 5 too quickly. As simple as that, he got level 5 too quickly. Wow. Yeah, man. That was good. That was real good. 1-0 for Chaemiko. We go into Fell Pit now for game 2. I hope we get 4 more of those. Dude, the Demolisher killing the tree to get the TC out of the surround. Oh, man. What a play. Game number 2, Fell Pit. The map with all the orcs on it. Not to get confused by Starbuck's orc units, but we'll see if we do. Here we go. Bottom left, Starbuck grunt into Headhunters again with the Farseer. Chaemiko, Archmage, and I think it'll be 2 farm again. Will it be creeping or will it be harass for the Farseer?
A player's forces are under attack.
Best of 3, best of 5. Claws of attack, a little bit of creeping for Starbuck as well, something he did not do with the grunt last game. Bring a superiority, and Footman sees it all. 2 farm tech successfully. Remember in the early game for Chaemiko last game too, like, was under a lot of pressure. And then the Archmage forced the expansion to be cancelled, like the illusion. I'm pretty sure if Starbuck doesn't cancel to that illusion, he just probably wins. Like, it was that close. His expo would have been done 60 seconds earlier, maybe even 80 seconds earlier, something around there. And that would have made the difference. Charlie Silent, take over the 17 months. How are you? Appreciate that. Trading again. Perfect items for Chaemiko, the damage. But Starbuck with good micro. Favoring his trades there. Grunt and Wolf will continue chasing. And Headhunters will pressure the Footman. And Starbuck, if all is according to plan, he should start sealing away some creep camps from Chaemiko once he has 3 or 4 Headhunters with him. I think he's going to do just that if possible. And Chaemiko obviously going to try to stop him from stealing away his creep camps. He wants those for his Mountain King later on. Is that 2 farm tech? Yes. Yes, it was. Oh, I think Starbuck was thinking about going in for the Arcane cancel.
A player's forces are under attack.
TC did use the invulnerability potion last game. At the end of the game, he did. He used a lot of potions last game. Chaemiko, I would say this is about as good as it gets. He had an uninterrupted 2-farm tech. His Archmage is still healthy. He lost 0 footmen, and Starbuck managed to steal 0 creep camps from him. This is it's going better than last game did. That's for sure. +8, it's a nice find. Chaemiko gets the base right away. Nice base build from Starbuck. It just looks nice. Bestiary, he'd struggle to cancel it, I think. But just trying to... What he's doing with this play is forcing Starbuck to not be creeping right now. At what cost? We'll find out, but... Chaemiko barely squeaks away. But yeah, he literally forced Starbuck from creeping another big camp by doing this. And this is in the downtime where he would otherwise just be waiting for his Mountain King to come out. So, really nice time being bought. Delaying the Farseer's creeping, delaying the possibility of Starbuck clearing an expansion and putting down a Great Hall. And now his Mountain King's out. And now he can start creeping himself. But Starbuck still, regardless, close to level 3. Does go for a Spirit Lodge, as opposed to going for any sort of greedy, no Shaman Expo. And again, the Footmen are just buying so much time for Chaemiko. Like, he might lose both of them. He'll at least lose one of them. But Starbuck doesn't even, like, bother chasing them into the back of the base. He's like, I can't chase these Footmen around the whole game. Farseer will get one, but that's all he'll get. The items for Chaemiko, another +6 intelligence. Jesus. Starbuck putting a regen. Level 2, first raider out. Spirit Lodge did not get cancelled. In fact, nothing got cancelled, so macro still as intended for both players, so to speak. Got level 2. And Starbuck not going to expand until at least 50 supply. I'd be very surprised to see him do it earlier than that. Pendant of Energy. And Chaemiko, you can see, like, a little bit not familiar with the map, both players, I'm sure. And Chaemiko going back and forth, deciding what to creep. Starbuck, I think, a Sobi mask from this camp. And importantly, level 3 Tauren Chieftain. There's the peon, right around the 50 supply mark. 47, okay. True. But Chaemiko getting level 3 on time, like, the timings are lining up very well for Chaemiko. And the Footman Scouts, it could fight back. Yeah, it attempted to.
A player's forces are under attack.
Heal Scroll purchase. Potion of Vulnerability also purchased. Ensnare. The illusion was attempting to do what it did last game, and it might actually successfully. And Chaemiko just going to town portal out. Gets one Shaman, loses one Priest. And Starbuck can now expand. The Footman did lose to the peon, by the way. It literally did. Well done. Red camp now being pulled immediately. Chaemiko got a health stone as well. He's gotten some serious items this game. Starbuck got great items last game, so fair is fair. That's a big skelly. That's a real big skelly. Helm of Valor. No red camp, or no fountain rather, to heal up after the red camp this game. But Chaemiko not pushing just yet. Waiting for items. TP, Potion of Invulnerability. Mount King. Scroll the Beast as well. Gave the mana items over to the MK.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is he just going for level 5 Mountain King again? This time around, I think Starbuck is... Like, he's taken no damage. He lost the one Shaman, but forced the TP and killed the Priest, and he's been creeping really efficiently. His Expo is more or less on time. There should be no way Chaemiko creeps passively and still wins on his timing, I don't think. We'll see, though. He's getting some great items. This is looking like a good game. Yeah, it's gearing up to be. We're almost getting the whole map crept out. Nice to see. We got to see the big skelly down here. We got to see the big meat wagon thing over here. It's nice to see. Oh my god. Imagine getting creep jacked here. What a nightmare. There is a heal fountain, by the way. I lied earlier. Dude, this is crazy. And by the way, this is the best creeping army, nearly. At least on tier 2 it is. Rifle caster. Jesus. Can this guy, if you give him enough time, summon another Infernal? Surely the cooldown's like 4 minutes, right? Okay. Impressive for Chaemiko to lose nothing here. I would have lost my whole army. Kagner's Gem of Health. Okay, it's a Staff of Silence creep camp. That's really cool, man. And the Mountain King will get level 5. But the expansion's up. Not fully mining yet. It just started mining. TC's invis, and Starbuck's just waiting now. He's chilling. He's like, okay, I've done all the creeping I can. He's going to push me, and he's got to win one way or the other. He's scouting the expos to make sure there's nothing crazy going on. Chaemiko got not level 5 Mountain King, actually. Did he steal away MK5? This is it right here, though, if he wants it. Didn't actually show up on the map for me. Maybe it didn't for Chaemiko either. And then we go. 63 against 62. Again, like, Starbucks had no interruption this game for the most part. Like, he got his expo up when he wanted to. He had no tech canceled, no burrows killed. He forced the TP earlier and got the creeps he wanted. Chaemiko shouldn't be able to just creep Mountain King 5 and kill him. Like, this should be a one game on paper for Starbuck. It should be. We'll see, though. He's got double heal, scroll, greater heal, big invul. 69 versus 68 supply. We'll see the move out. Starbuck, this is a really nice positional move because like now he could just wait here. He doesn't actually have to fight. He could just wait. But the stomp is too juicy to not go for. Huge Congo line for Starbuck. Heal ward to save himself from that Stomp Chain Lightning, but killed immediately by Starbuck. Oh, Stomp, or rather Stormbolt dodge there with the invul. Damn, Chaemiko's micro is looking clean. Starbuck couldn't do anything with the Stomp. Clap again. Front out of position. Starbuck just TPs away. Is like, okay, I'm sorry. Is there no more Shockwave in Orc versus Human meta? I'm of the opinion, nice surround, I'm of the opinion that Orcs should always go Shockwave. Even though it's quote-unquote worse in this sort of a game, I think you should always go Shockwave. Because it just gives you the opportunity to go for hit and runs, and go for run buys and stuff like that. That you just otherwise don't have without a retrain. So Chaemiko microed perfectly there. And Starbuck burned one heal scroll. There's still a scroll the beast. Getting a little worried for Starbuck. The supply is even. He's been mining uninterrupted on this expansion, but it's only mined him 2,000 gold. Is the game live? Yeah, pretty much live. We're like on a 3-4 minute delay.
Forces are under attack. The town is
Militia
under
come
siege.
in. Invis Mount King level 5. Choke point. Oh, we did have a ward, which he purged away the Invis. Saul, thank you for the raid. Good casting today. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome, everybody. This is our grand finals. Chaemiko's up 1-0 on our new map, Weekly Cup. Chaemiko's looking to be up 2-0 here. Like, Starbuck is just hemorrhaging units over and over again, time and time again. Look at the wall of breakers with 1-1 upgrades, no less. Thorn Chieftain has greater heal. Used a big potion of invulnerability earlier. Is the TC just dead? 2-0 for Chaemiko. Just really, really, really good micro from Chaemiko consistently. Back to where you could make maps with different themes for each season. For example, Maps of Draenor, Elven Cities, Broken Isles, maps made by the community. That could be fun. I don't think the issue would be whether or not that's a good idea. I think the issue would be, do we have enough people to make maps? Thank you again, Saul. Appreciate you. All right, Northern Woods. So far we've had Sunhoof Mesa, Fell Pit. This is Northern Woods for Game 3. It could be our last game. 3-0? Chaemiko beats Starbuck 3-0? It just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right, man. It can't be like this. And I'm sure it won't be. Starbuck will find a way. You can't play Pally Rifle with Orc, though, Starbuck. I'm sorry to say. I'm trying to clean up Sunhoof to be a bit more open. Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's tough to not have too many choke points, I'm sure. Time for the reverse sweep. Oh, man, I'd love to see it. It's late for Chaemiko. I'm sure he's getting tired. Starbuck? It's only 10:30. Let's see what happens. Game number 3. Might be our last game of today, guys. It'd be a sad day. I hope there's more. Here we go. Lap level 3 is too much damage. Input for Orc. It's definitely difficult. Hello, Sokol, by the way. How you doing? The Chaemiko did micro very, very well, to be fair. But it also felt like last game Starbuck didn't really make any... Unless overall his strategy was bad, you could say that. I think if you assume Starbuck's strategy was good, it felt as though he had no reason to lose. Like, there was no real mistakes from Starbuck. But maybe you could say his strategy was bad, and then I would say, okay. But sometimes also at this level, it just comes down to micro. And you could also say Chaemiko microed better. And maybe that's fair as well. But he really did just get owned. Starbuck really did get owned last game. Yeah, that's true. What Toxie's saying is definitely true. There's no need to, I think, overreact with changes to things. Because it does take a long time. Like, it probably takes actually 50 to 100 games on a map to really be comfortable with it. Which is a big range, but... This time 3 farm with Arcane Tower, so this is going to be Archmage trying to creep up to level 3. A change up of the style. Which is nice from Chaemiko because Starbuck has shown to be very aggressive in the early game. He did creep 1 camp last game, but especially if you look at game number 1, pure aggression. 1 peasant goes down. But there was already an extra lumber peasant for Mr. Chaemiko. I'm surprised he's playing so defensive, though. Chaemiko should be, like... In my opinion, Chaemiko should be creeping here right now. Or he should be creeping, like, here. But he's choosing to go back and defend. Starbuck choosing to go back and creep himself, perhaps. Or does he know? Yeah, he knows. He's a human player at heart. He knows what Chaemiko's trying to do. Also, pointing out blind spikes for Starbuck. He saw 3 farms with tower. 3 farms with tower means Archmage wants to get level 3. Means Archmage wants to kill Burrows, wants to cancel tier 2, so you go spikes. Even though the Archmage literally is not level 3, and he sees it, he knows if Chaemiko's plan goes according to plan, he will get level 3. That's why we see spikes. And what a lot of orcs have been doing recently, even like Focus, we've seen Hitman do it, we've seen Soya do it, building a tower, weirdly enough. We'll see. Militia crept over here, Gloves of Haste on the ground, and Archmage will get level 3 if no last hits happen. This Huntsman's a very big deal. He gets Chain Lightning and steals it! I don't think Starbuck realizes how huge of a play he just made with that level up timing. Oh my. Like, look, Defend is finishing in a second. He would have been level 3, and he would have been running towards the base. Now he has to awkwardly get one more creep before pushing. Super awkward for Chaemiko.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, calls Militia over here, loses half of them. There's the level 3. But look, again, I'm saying it again, awkward. Look how awkward it is for Chaemiko. He's on the other side of the map now that he wants to be. Lumber Mill as well. This could point towards a tier 3 tech. We will see, though. This could also be Beastmaster 2 Sanctum casters. There's only 2 strats. If he goes MK, probably tier 3. The surround! Staff Teleportation. A lot of damage put on the Archmage. It's either going to be Beastmaster 2 Sanctum or I think Mountain King Griffins. Or Mountain King 2 Sanctum, but it sounds cooler if I only say 2 strategies and not 3. Headhunter's being chased, but Starbuck's doing a great job so far. A mistake that Starbuck could make would be put his Headhunters back here, in which case they have nowhere to run from the footmen. If they just keep running around in circles here, Chaemiko's going to have to do plays like this to actually get kills. Nice block. TC's out. And no second hero yet for Chaemiko. Is he not determined? Okay, there's the tier 3 tech. All right. He did choose Aura on the TC, so Chaemiko being a little bit more confident. Still no second hero being built for Mr. Chaemiko. He's got the resources. Is he thinking about a Beastmaster still? I'd be surprised by that. Starbuck has only lost to 1 Headhunter, which, I mean, I'd tell you guys, go play against this style as the Orc versus the Human and try to not lose all 6 Headhunters. It's very impressive for Starbuck to only lose 1. It's extremely difficult. So well done to him, but Chaemiko, I would say, is in the lead because he's got full tempo and momentum in this game. He lost 2? Oh, my bad. You would lose all 7 Headhunters. I definitely would. Okay, Spirit Lodge loved, like, I don't know if he intentionally built his base like this, but look at where the Spirit Lodge is. You think you're going to cancel this Spirit Lodge, Chaemiko? There's no way. Footman. Just forcing some inefficient movement from Starbuck. Could purge and get 1 kill, but might be a waste of mana right now. And there's the peon to go for an expansion. Starbuck, I don't know if he's sent a wolf to see tier 3 yet, but he's an experienced enough player to know what's going on here. He hasn't seen any casters, any riflemen. Chaemiko's still running at him with footmen. He knows it's griffins. I'd bet everything on it. There's the Mountain King right in front of the expansion. Chaemiko could just attack the Great Hall, and then what he's going to do is try to kill the peon. Not killing the peon. That surprises me. Instead going for headhunters. Urge away in the water elementals. 2 more headhunters go down. One more headhunter goes down. Rebuilding the Great Hall again. Oh, careful with your Archmage. I don't know if the Mountain King could do it on his own. Looks like he can. Now bolt on the peon? No, bolt on the headhunter. And like, he's gonna lose the Mountain King, but Chaemiko doesn't even care. Like, he's going griffins. He's just trying to force the game into a super awkward position and then win with griffins. He doesn't care how many footmen he loses. He doesn't care if his Mountain King level 1 dies. He's got griffins, and he just killed all the headhunters and canceled the expo.
Player's forces are under attack.
Should have done that hours ago. It's my bad, everybody. Archmage goes around. There's shamans here for the purge. Immediately by Starbuck. Well done.
The town is under siege.
Still room to play for Starbuck. The expansion will probably successfully come through. And he's got Shockwave to make some hit-and-run moves. What feature makes this map appropriate for 1-base Griffins? It's a good question. But I don't know. Is he trapped? If he gets that tree, he won't be anymore. Yeah, still room to play for Starbuck. Don't think it's 3-0 just yet. Chaemiko's made some money moves, but Starbuck has played from this position before. He's not even... He's waiting for the staff and teleportation cooldown. Like, he could have just killed this tree in probably 10 seconds. But solo creep in the MK and the Paladin, never a bad thing. And Starbuck, yeah, this is a good move. Just he's got to pressure the main base. He's got to pressure the economy. He's got Shockwave. He's got Lightning Shield. Nice hold position on that Griffin. I was a little worried it would get caught out. Oh, it does get purged. The Raider comes in. Huge find. Staff? Nope. Huge find. Mistake from Chaemiko. Yo, Frenchcraft, thank you for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Expansion. Up and mining. Very, very playable for the Orc. Hero level's not as scary as I thought they would be with all the time they had to creep. Is he getting a burrow here? Nothing just yet. Starbuck does have a town portal. Chaemiko just looking to creep right now. One armor and animal war training, and paladin aura now as well. So Griffin's quite a bit more tankiness against the Bat Riders. But is there a second bestiary just yet? There is. And things looking up. TP right away, and he'll lose nothing because the Bat Riders did not TP in aggressively. Keeps the Bat Riders back as well. I like that Starbuck does that. I don't know if he did it intentionally, but not allowing Chaemiko to get a good read on how many Bat Riders there are makes it really difficult to play from his perspective, because you have to remember, it's you know, they don't see everything going on. There's a lot of information they don't have that we do have. It's easy to honestly forget that. They do not have perfect information. They don't know what camps are cleared. They don't know how many Bat Riders there are. Starbuck might not know what the armor upgrades are for the Griffins. Four Bat Riders. It's going to come down to micro, though. Can there be a Holy Light? Can there be a Staff on time? Both on one. That's 4 bats for 1 Griffin, but I think that Griffin that was ensnared by the creeps died as well. I'm pretty sure it did. So that's unfortunate. If not, that would have been a good trade for Chaemiko, but you need better than good trades when the Orc is on an expansion. You need an assertive fight. And that's not what Starbuck is giving Chaemiko. Second armor gonna finish now. Gonna finish right now. Right now. There it is.
A player's forces are under attack.
Still, we mine. Mining. Seven Bat Riders soon. Chaemiko. He just hasn't been able to get the numbers that he needed. Griffin here, Griffin there. Expansion got canceled, yeah, but it's not like it got canceled late. It got canceled pretty early. And Chaemiko just trying to get 3-3 Mountain King Paladin. Starbuck again now with Shockwave. He hasn't been able to utilize the Shockwave into the main the whole game, but... Oh, that's big. That's real big. TP back. Starbuck just leaves. Lumber, very low for Chaemiko, but it's only low because he just invested in the 3rd armor upgrade. Okay, now he's going to kill the farm. Could have chopped this down earlier. I mean, maybe he wanted the base to be closed, but now he needs to kill the farm to get out, so... Mountain got 3, Paladin got 3. Heal scroll and protection scroll for Chaemiko. Winnable fight. If the bats are super duper duper inefficient. Like if he blows up like 5 bats on 1 Griffin and it gets Holy Litten, should I say, in between the explosions and then staffed out, and then another bat gets bolted and killed, and then another one gets AFK'd. If something like that happens for Starbuck, he'll lose the fight. If he manages to explode every bat efficiently, Starbuck's going to lose not a single unit and kill everything. We'll see. Good Holy Light. Okay, good Holy Light, good staff. Stormbolt on 1 Bat Rider. I mean, it went pretty well for Chaemiko. I don't think it went well enough, but we'll see what the heroes can do. 49 against 48. Wait, all of a sudden the supply is even? Oh my god. Wait, that kind of did just happen. That kind of did just happen, what I said.
A player's forces are under attack.
He got the, like, really, really difficult to get the Holy Light in between the bat explosions, and Chaemiko managed to do that, and he got the staff. This Griffin, man. This one. He's got a 3rd arm upgrade done now. Starbuck hits the main again.
Players' forces are under attack.
5/5 heroes could make a world of difference for Starbuck. Expansion will go down. Chaemiko forced to buy a TP with close to his last remaining gold. He's also losing every peasant. Needs to keep these away from the TC. Keep them away. Portal back now. 1 Bat Rider explodes, 2, and staff out immediately. Play Orc, they said. It'll be great, they said. And just a few peasants left. And Starbuck calls for the GG. I was really starting to tilt the other way and thinking, like, there should be no way for Chaemiko to win this. There's like 12 bats, and he's been on expansion forever. But Chaemiko 3-0 versus Starbuck today, everybody. And honestly, Chaemiko, the micro was fantastic the whole day. It really was. He won this series with micro. Just so clean. Time and time again. I didn't expect it. I don't think anyone expected it. But a 3-0 for Chaemiko, and he wins not May finals, but he does win the April finals for the fancy dancy maps in the Back to Warcraft Weekly Cup. Let me message the players. Thank you, everyone. GDs. Regular maps. Resume next Sunday. All right, everybody, that's it. Not bad. 3.5 hours, all the games done. We missed one because of Flow TV, but overall, we caught them all. It was funny because like when we started today, we were like 40 minutes behind the tournament actually starting. Because I told them like, you just start on time and I'll do it all on Flow TV. So they started at 10 o'clock or 7 CET. And then like I started 40 minutes later, and the whole day I was trying to catch up on Flow TV. And we got there in the end. We did catch up in the end. So shout out to all the players. Always make it really easy to organize, so thank you to them. And for next week, if we look at the calendar right now, so today is the 3rd. Then we have the 10th, the 17th, the 24th, and the 31st. We have 5 Sundays this month. This being one of them is now gone. So the next 4 Sundays, we're going to have Weekly Cup, Weekly Cup, Weekly Cup, May Finals. So if you guys want to sign up, next Sunday, 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST, 7 p.m. CET. That'll be every Sunday for the next 3 weeks. We'll be back on regular maps starting next week. And then maybe we'll start mixing in some of these maps. Let us know what your favorites were. Let us know what one you remember the most. You can say it in our Discord. You can send us emails. You can just say it in the Twitch chat when Neo starts to stream again tomorrow. All that good stuff, right? If you want to see the schedule for the rest of the week, you can go to backtowarcraft.com, as I'm going to do right now. That'll bring you here. Is there other stuff? Is there other stuff? There's nothing on the website right now. Oh, I'm not supposed to have this anymore. There's nothing on the website right now, but Neo is going to do the rest of the replays, which I believe is Danger, Jens, and Chaemiko. Yeah, Danger, Jens, and Chaemiko versus Hitman. Neil will be doing those replays tomorrow, and I'm sure there'll be plenty. There's always matches going on. So there will be more streams on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is when I'll be back for the Weekly Cup next week. I'll also be streaming on my channel, as always, Carson with 3 N's. If you want to check me out, I stream there pretty much Monday to Friday. Most weeks these days. Pay out the prediction. I mean, I'm guessing you guys predicted Starbuck. I'm guessing most of you guys predicted Starbuck. But there's the points for the believers. You stream today? I'm not going to stream today, but I will stream tomorrow. I'll probably stream Monday to Friday this week. I think I got the free time. I think I got something going on Saturday, but Monday to Friday. So if you guys are there, I'll see you there. If not, I'll see you here next week. This channel will be live every day this week as well. Just follow it. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and join our Discord. Blah, 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 blah. Have a good end of your weekend, guys. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.